That's right. It's showtime. Right on the money. I wanted to see when it got to zero what it would do. Let me know if this microphone is coming in clear or not. Because if it's not coming in clear, I can go back out, jump back in. Let me turn this music down a little bit, man. I'll be in here rocking out sometimes. Jeez. Yeah. Let me go back over to Facebook. Make sure we're live over there. I'm also live on JWatts TV. So if you guys get in on JWatts TV, I don't know if you can actually type over there and we can see the comments on this side. I'm not 100% sure. Because somebody was saying that the other day that sometimes you can't see comments unless you're on the main channel. And Mike Drop Barbecue is my main channel. All right. Now I'm public on Facebook. Let me shut that down. All right, we're back over here on comments. There we go. What up? What up? My man, James Frank, what's good? So let me know if the sound is coming in clear so we can get this started. If the sound's not clear, hey, I got to back out and come back in. If it's too choppy, if it's crackling on your end, let me know, because I can always go back on the recording and clean that part out. So when people go back and look at the replay, they don't got to deal with all the screwy stuff in the beginning. I always get my sound right, because to me it sounds good. But when it goes through that internet protocol, sometimes it kind of hangs up and the people on the other end, it don't sound too good. Like, man, cool, sounds great. All right, nice. Thank you, Frank. And whoa, shout out to you, Jeff. Got another private ride. And you was right in the comments, and the sound is perfect. There you go. Thanks, Don. Appreciate you, Miss Don. We had a great chat the other day, and like I said, hopefully, Don, you actually got a chance to make that business discussion with that other driver, because I think you're sitting right now fish in a barrel. I mean, you could easily make a lot of money in the area you are, but also if you can talk to that driver, you both can win. It's a winning situation for both of y'all. So let's see. Yeah. What up, Kev? Says coming up. There we go. It's coming up. That's it then. What up, young boy? We in the mix, man. I'm telling you, my man. Like, hey, it's been a rugged weekend already. We had a concert out here yesterday. It was The Weeknd and Playboy Cardi. I didn't even know the concert was going on. I had no idea. I'm at the house and I'm doing work around the house, I'm not even ready to drive yet. I get a text from one of my clients. Well, first he called and I didn't answer. Shot a text real quick. Hey, we need a ride to the concert in about an hour. I'm like, concert? What concert? So I said, okay, cool. So I called him back. He says, yeah, man, it's like 6 of us. We need a ride to the concert at State Farm Stadium. I said, oh, okay. So I hurry up and open my Uber app, because I never opened the app. I opened it and I saw that it was the Weeknd Playboy Cardi concert. What up, Desmond? So I gave them a great rate, returned to and from, no problem whatsoever. That traffic was a nightmare. I mean, we were on the 10, decided to take Grand. I said, no, we're taking Grand the whole way. That was the beginning of my nightmare. Now, I left my house. I didn't give the dogs food or water, because I'm thinking I'm going to drop these people off at the concert, probably catch me a ride back, no problem. Nope, it never went like that. I end up going to the concert, getting these people, actually did get a black ride, shot all the way to Scottsdale, picked up people in Scottsdale, brought them all the way to Tempe, was doing runs around Tempe. I never made it home to give the dogs food and water. So finally, I had a break. So I just turned the app off, shot home, water bowls empty, one of the food bowls empty. So I'm like, dude, I didn't expect to be gone this long. It was picking up. It was crazy. It was picking up. And I'm like, what I hurry up, gave them water, gave them food, this and that. Right after that, bam. By the time I caught my bearings and was understanding what was going on, I had already went over $700. Now, I ended the night at $855. I ended my night at $855, and it wasn't even the night I was supposed to even drive. I had one app ride all night. It was a $58 Lyft ride, Lyft Black SUV. One app. All the rest were private clients. Everything else was private. And I'm like, what the hell's going on this weekend? It is crazy. I was up and down. I never touched a 10. I was on Grand. I was taking Grand to Bethany Homes. I was hitting Camelback and anything I could do to stay off of the 10. I was not taking the 10 freeway because it was accidents everywhere, jammed up. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not messing with this. I'm not messing with it. By the time I made it home, it was almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I was sitting in the Fry's parking lot, beat. I didn't even feel like turning my steering wheel no more. I was like, I don't think I could drive this car another mile. I drove over 200 miles yesterday. My normal days, I maybe drive 40, 50, 60 miles, maybe. Man, I think I drove about 250 miles yesterday. I was like, what the hell? What up, Derek? And I'm sitting there like, there ain't no way that, and it was mainly just traffic, just sitting in traffic. That's all it was. I mean, there was a lot of people having birthdays, events. It was a lot of anniversaries, comedy shows. It was just activities jumping. So, and I was not even supposed to drive yet. I was like, man, I'm gonna take the day off. I was like, shh. I was cleaning the pool, doing what I do. As soon as my client said, hey man, can you take us to the concert? That started a nightmare. He said, I'm still tired, but only made a fraction of what you made. Man, it was crazy. And I think it was because once I got to Tempe, I have a lot of Tempe clients. So I got to Scottsdale, and my clients in Scottsdale was like, hey, when you get to Tempe, let us know. Because we're here, we got an anniversary, we got people up from Tucson and everything, and we just want to, have everybody arrive. And it was 8 of us. It was 8 of them. Now I can fit 7, so somebody had to sit in the lap. But I was with them for maybe 20, 25 minutes total. And they gave me $100. 20, 25 minutes total time from where I picked them up, took them to the liquor store, dropped them off at this one place, then took them back to the hotel. It was like 20, 25 minutes, $100. I'm like, this is just the craziest night. Like, it was just not supposed to go like, and that's when I finally just turned the app off and went home and fed the dogs. Cause I was like, nah, man, I know they're out of water by now. I had to turn everything off and hurry up, shot down Broadway. Cause since I was in Tempe, I'm right by my house. So I'm like, let me go feed these dogs real quick. It was that crazy. Not a single airport ride yesterday. No airport, none. I stayed away from that airport. I was like, man, I'm not, if they even sent me a ping going that way, there was so much traffic. I was not going there. Traffic was everywhere. So today, Saturday, I'm considering driving. I'm still banged up from yesterday. And I know I'm banged up because as an athlete, we all know, man, as an athlete, you know how your body responds to movement. I mean, I get out the car all the time. I was in and out my car so much yesterday. When I was picking up my clients, I was dropping them off in the center median by State Farm Stadium, and they was walking a mile just to get to the stadium. Everybody was walking. So I'm in the car, out the car, in the car all night, helping people, opening doors, letting seats up, leading women out of the car because you got to step down and get out of the truck, leading women out all night long. I was up, moving, going. My back didn't hurt not one bit because usually if I sit too long, my left lower back kind of hurts a little bit. I'm like, man, my back is hurting. I'm sitting too long. I was out all day, hours, at least 10 hours. I was out the house, 10 hours. Was never still the whole time, was never still, always moving, always mobile. Got up this morning and I'm like, man, I'm starving. I'm like, I ate before I went to sleep, but I was starving when I got up today. Started eating and everything. As soon as I started eating, I could just feel my stomach like gurgling, like, man, because I didn't eat all day yesterday. And I'm like, so my body is kind of like fighting the food back. And I'm like, I better not puke, man. It's like, but I didn't. I was just like, my body was just tired from not eating all day and only drinking all day. Now, normally, and I know how people, and when you're driving 80 hours a week as an athlete, if you're driving 80 hours a week and you're not getting out of the car, your body is shutting down on you. Because we need movement. Movement burns acid. And I think that's what my stomach was doing. I had acid in my stomach from so much being on the road so much yesterday and not home working and everything. So I had acid and I'm just like working out the acid. I'm moving around the day. I'm moving. So all your lactic acid, everything is just like your body is using it. If you're driving 80 hours and you're not getting outside your car, walking around, moving around, helping with luggage, you're building up acid in your body. And as an athlete, you know, when you build up acid turns to gas. So if you don't have Tums and you don't have some type of antacid to kill the acid that your body is generating from you sitting in the car for 80 hours, guess what? You start farting all the time. Yup. You be sitting in the car, like, what the hell was that? Motherfucker, you sit in the car for 80 hours a week. If you're not moving, your body's building up acid. You start feeling bloated. Because like I said, I didn't even eat yesterday. My stomach was flat. I was hungry as hell when I got up. And I'm like, man, my body, I need to eat something, man, because I'm starving. If you ain't moving, you ain't grooving, you farting the whole time. I done heard people getting in my car, out of my car, farting and shit, because they be trying to climb up in the truck. They be pulling all their body weight. And they be like, sorry, man. So I'm like, no, don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it. But see, that's why I get out my car all the time. So I don't let my body build up acid. I'm not riding around all damn day, farting, shit. You sit in the car all day. It's like you wonder why people who work in offices and they sit at their desk for 8-9 hours a day, sitting at the desk, they're not getting up, walking around, burning all that acid off. Athletes know you got to burn acid. You got to walk around. They be sitting at their damn computers, farting and shit all day at work. That's why people get in folks' cars, man. Just put down the windows for a minute. People be getting in folks' cars. They be telling me, man, your car always smells good. It smells amazing in here. Cause I don't fart in my car, man. I'm out wiping my car down all the time. I'm always walking around. When I'm waiting on pings, I'm walking in the parking lot. I'm doing content, walking around. If you're stagnant, you're building up acid. Acid turns into gas. So you got to keep moving. You get in some drivers' cars, they be like, man, this car smell like ass. Cause this dude ain't got out of his car in like 6 hours. He been sitting here building up acid for 6 hours straight. Turning down the street. Sound like you pulling chairs and shit across hardwood floors. Like, dude, what the fuck you doing? So I'm like, man. And yesterday beat me up, dude. It beat me up. I was in the car all just hitting the roads, driving, going nuts. I stopped at like 4 different Circle K's or Quick Trips just to wipe my truck down because there was so much dust. Because I'm not out that long. Every time I got out the truck, just dust everywhere. I'm just wiping it. I'm like, damn, where's all this dust coming from? No humidity. Like, man. What is they saying? I need a commercial insurance in order to be a professional driver and a real driver. I'm on Sunbiz and have tax ID number. Is he correct? No, he's not correct. It's like insurance don't make you a real driver or not. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. Like if you don't have commercial insurance, you're not a real driver. He just sounds like somebody who don't have shit else to do. In my opinion, he don't have nothing else to talk about. Because you can have insurance and be a crappy driver. You can have commercial insurance and not be professional. I mean, I picked up people on the Uber Black SUV, girls that have gotten off the Uber Black SUV talking about how much that driver sucked. And they're glad that I came along and now they're my private clients now. So you can have a black car, black SUV with commercial insurance and not even be a professional driver. So don't let these people talk to you like that. They're employee minded and they've been told that if you check off certain boxes, then you fit this criteria. Now, professional is a state of mind. And there's people out there who do check off. They got a nice car. They got insurance. They got, a permit. But they're not professional at all. Not at all. Farthest thing from professional. Don't even fall victim of that shit, man. People gonna try to put you on levels and tiers and talk. Do your service. You are the professional. There's people who's renting cars who are professionals. There's people who buy cars who are not professionals. So don't let people trick you into thinking, oh, well, if you don't do what I say, then you're not a real driver. You're not a professional. Tell them to shut up. So you know how real I am? I'm so real. I'm going to tell you to shut up and get out of my face. That's how real I am. What they going to say about that? Because that's real. It's real. Get out of my face. That's real. Don't come over here trying to make me add up to what you do. I'm probably better than you at what you do. So I'm not trying to add up to you. Maybe you were subpar. I'm not trying to add up to subpar. I'm trying to be the best I can be, not the best you can be, because the best you can be is subpar. I'm trying to be the best I can be. Like, man, yeah, I picked up people who told me that when they rode an Uber Black, there's Mr. Driver like 90 miles an hour, scared them to death. What up, Greg? What's good, brother? What's good? Oh, yeah, man. Some of these drivers are not professional. They don't know what they're doing, man. They out there driving and renting a car in a fleet, have no idea. The whole Uber Black situation I just been putting out for the past 2 weeks. I've been talking smack about Uber Black for 2 weeks straight now. First was in California, where California got billed $38 million in fines, and somehow they snaked out of those fines and only got billed $50,000. Okay, from $38 million to $50,000. That's a huge jump. But out there, the Uber Black drivers, they're not insured. They don't have permits. They're all calling themselves professional because when you look on the app, it says you're a professional driver. You're getting Uber Black. You're getting a professional. They don't got none of that. None of that. So Uber got dinged for that. Uber Black got dinged for that. Now up in Detroit, they're getting dinged by not paying airport. And all those drivers should know better. If you've seen my video, you know my opinion about it. Every driver on the black tier, if you are not business minded, then you are just a black pigeon. That's all you are. You're just a black pigeon. You should be business minded if you're on that tier. That tier is for people who know how to make money, who know how to be independent contractors. That tier is not for pigeons, but you got pigeons on it. And everybody on Uber Black and Uber Black SUV they're not business people. With some pigeons up there driving with rented cars, pigeons driving on fleet, pigeons driving their own cars. And now they caught. See me, I generate private clients. I did out of $855 yesterday, $58 was on the app. There was no other app. Uber was completely blank. I didn't do a single Uber ride. And I know people gonna be like, no, you didn't. You had to do something. They're like, no. Because y'all know me, I don't play that shit, man. I don't drive on these apps because these apps can't keep up with us. And I didn't get a tip. So that's the only ride I did last night on Lyft. That was one ride, Lyft Black, all night. No Uber. You don't need to use these apps. You only need to use the apps if you don't know how to conduct business. They tell you you're an independent contractor. You've got a business permit. You've got insurances, you got a truck, you got car keys, you got everything you need to be in business, but you sit there and you wait until they feed you something. That's a pigeon. That's a pigeon. And it's like, I kind of peeped right through that. I'm like, wait a minute. When I had my Jeep and everybody was like, I can't believe I got this on the app. It started hitting me when I didn't even have the Beamer yet. I just had the Jeep. This was back in 2001, when they were really throwing big money at us to stay on the app. Oh, I can't believe I got this on the app. This is a nice Jeep, man. This thing's like an off-road rig, man. This is an off-road rig. And I started thinking, why do I put this on the app? Why don't I just do it how I did my old S430 when I was in Vegas? When I had my Mercedes S420 when I was in Vegas, there was no Uber and no Lyft. I was just doing rides in it. So I'm like, why don't I do that? Started doing it. Paid off the Jeep real quick. Went and got the Beamer. Yeah, I'm telling you, hey, Jose, just because you got a black car, trucker car does not mean you're a professional. Most of y'all should not have a driver's license. Man. So the Lyft CEO on national television talking about the growth of the company, but never mentioned the people that are bringing growth, which is the drivers. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, and I'm going to say it again, the Shedeur Sanders situation explains what a lot of us went through. I said this last week. They know Shedeur is powerful. They know Dion is powerful. They know that. What you don't want to do if you have power is to show somebody how powerful they are and tell them how powerful they are, because then they're going to get the bright idea to negotiate more money. Drivers, we know how powerful we are. The apps don't want to tell us how powerful we are, because once they tell us how much power we got, that we can do this and do that. Like I did a video about the Vegas drivers. They got business licenses with Clark County and with the state of Nevada. They've got commercial insurance. They have everything they need to be in business by themselves, but they still sit on these apps in Vegas being pigeons. You have everything you need. If you give me the power to be a barber and give me a barber license, I'm cutting hair. If you give me a nursing license, I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to be an independent contractor nurse. I'm going to figure something out. All those drivers out there, they have the power to do it. The apps will not tell you guys. You guys actually have the power to do this on your own. No, just like with Shedeur, they draft him in the 5th round, trying to diminish his power in his mind, but he knows he's powerful. When the apps try to throttle me and not pay me, they're trying to diminish me. They're trying to make me think that I can't make money without them, when I know they can't make money without me, because I'm out making money without them. They're not making no money without me. You see how our drivers got the power. Super Stan, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. My man Stan down in Memphis doing it big. Good afternoon, good people checking in for a few private rides for the win. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to get my man Stan, I'm trying to get him in the black SUV, because this dude, he needs to not even worry. He already has a number of private clients. He's got a van with tons of private clients. Once he goes SUV, and he's building a team out there. Once he goes SUV, I can see him passing some of his clients to some of the members on his team and him upgrading his client packages. I could see it, because this dude, he own it, man, with a van. Like I tell folks, it's not about the car you got, it's the service you provide. So now that you know that you can provide a good service, you don't need the apps, you don't got to rely on the apps. Guess what? Start upgrading your fleet. I'm using the Jeep, on the 24th, 25th weekend, I'm using a Jeep. That's a 2011 with 259,000 miles on it. And I'm using that instead of the black SUV. So it don't matter what car you use, you can make the money. We got the keys. The apps need us. The apps are trying to go driverless before we realize our powers. Channels like mine have opened the eyes to a lot of drivers about the power they got. People sitting around, we need more pay. We need more pay. You come to the barbecue, what is it like? Everybody's like, hey, bro, I got private clients. I got scheduled clients coming up. My cousin, I got to do this whole party for my cousin. We need more pay. We need more pay. No, we're not doing that. The money is in the streets. So when they got you marching up and down the sidewalk protesting, they got you sitting in parking lots in Detroit waiting on black rides to ping, and we out in the streets. Yesterday, I was up and down Scottsdale Road, hitting it. I was going, I was moving. And I'm like, this is my phone. Every time a text went off, boop, they was trying to call me. At first, my clients were trying to call me. I'm reject, because when I'm working, don't call me. I'm a reject the call 100% of the time. And if I'm sitting in the parking lot, I might. But when I'm working, reject, because I'm not talking business with people in my car. Reject. So finally, he just I saw the text pop up saying, call me. That was it. So I knew it was my neighbor. And I'm like, okay, they must be out. They need a ride. So I was like, man, what's next? My white SUV was total, but getting a black SUV next week. Oh, that's right. That's right. I totally forgot. He did get rid of that. So he got paid out for that white SUV. Now he's moving over to black SUV. And I'm telling you, Stan, your level of service is going to be something different. I'm glad you got a team, because you're going to need to start passing some of your other clients, like some of the records that's like the to from works, because you're going to start getting the $400 deals, the $500 deals. Those are the big deals. The deals where they say, hey, pick us up at this time. Come pick us back at this time. How much you would charge us? I don't know, 400. Okay. And they give you 500. 400. Okay. That's cool. And they'll just throw. And yesterday I screwed up. I keep reminding myself. I need to remind myself when I have Square and I charge, because when I charge people, I don't expect a tip because I charge enough. I don't live off tips. I charge a fair amount. I'm not a waiter. I'm not trying to live off tips. So I charge a fair amount. Yesterday, I take my people around. I tell them $50. I say 50, but it was like 25 minutes, $50. They gave me $50, then $50. Now, when they gave me $50 on the app, then they gave me 50 in cash. Now, when I had the Square, I'm sitting there trying to, once you put the money in Square, I put it on Square. I hit the card, boop. I said, okay. So I'm starting to send a receipt, and she had her finger like this. And I'm sitting there like, well, you don't have to sign it. It's tap and pay. She was like, no, I was going to actually tip you. I need to stop doing that. I'm closing my screens too much because I don't expect a tip because I charge too much already. I need to stop doing that. I need to remind myself, do not close Square, because I always say, okay, here's a receipt. And once you do that, you hit no tip. It goes to the next screen. You can't go back. It's done. I don't know how many times I've done that. And I keep shooting myself in the foot by moving too fast and not letting my client dictate the end of that transaction. I'm dictating the end of that transaction. I'm like, well, I charge you enough, no tip, this and that. Are you want to text you the receipt? And she's like, I was going to leave you a tip. I was like, oh, I already went to the next screen. I'm sorry. Oh, no. So, of course, the male, the husband or the friend or whatever that was there, he was like, you know what? I got you. He whips out 2 20s into 10. There you go. Now, she wasn't going to tip me 50, so it kind of worked out in my favor. She was probably going to hit like the highest percent, which is 30% of 30, which is $9. So I was probably going to get a $9 tip. But he whipped out another 50, so I got like 100% tip on top of $50. So it worked out in my favor. But this is at least the third, fourth time that I've went to that hit no tip on my own, hit no tip, and it went to the next screen. And the person like, oh, I was going to leave a tip. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, man. I'm telling you, Stan, this is going to happen, brother. This is going to happen, man. So remember that. If you're using Square or any app that allows a tip, ask the customer. I keep making this mistake over and over. I'm tired of making this mistake. I hope you don't make that mistake. Now, the mistake worked out, like I said, because he gave me 50 in cash. But don't do that, because not everybody's going to give you a cash tip. They're going to be like, oh, man, well, you know what? Next time, I'll get you next time. So don't screw up. This is at least the third or fourth time I've done that. And I'm I keep catching myself. Stop hitting no tip. Let the person dictate the transaction. Give them the phone and be like, here, if you want a tip or not, you can hit no tip. Let them hit that. I'm doing it all myself. I'm hitting no tip quick as shit because I'm ready to get the transaction over with so I can get moving. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. No. Oh, see, there you go, Stan. Say, hey, when I use Square, they usually catch me while I'm typing the amount to tip. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. I need to slow down. I need to slow down when I'm using Square because it's a super fast app, man. As soon as you pull it up, you just type the number in, $50. You type it in transportation, improv to hotel, and then it'll go to the next screen, tap to pay. It's so fast. Square, if you're not using Square, you are behind. The reason why Uber and Lyft takes so much money away from us is because we're allowing them to be our merchant. Now I use Hum over the weekend. Every single Hum ride I did, that was a scheduled Hum ride, and I went through Hum and I picked the rides up, I got 100% tips. So for the past probably 2-3 weeks, every single Hum ride I did, from $6 up to $20, I got a tip through the Hum app. 100% tip ratio on Hum. On Uber and Lyft, people don't tip 9 times out of 10. And I don't think that's right. I think people are tipping me on Uber and Lyft, but Uber and Lyft aren't giving me the tips. They're keeping them. Because how is Hum? I'm 100% tip ratio on Hum. When I come to using Square, everybody's tipping me when I use Square. Only when I use Uber or Lyft do I not get tips. That can't be a coincidence. That cannot be a coincidence. It's not. I'm not falling for that. What up, Triple E? What up? Say with Square, I usually just send the customer the invoice with the tip. Okay. And that's the thing. They do it all right there on the spot, tap to pay. I've got to come up with a system to use Square better. I don't think I'm maximizing my Square usage. I don't know enough about Square. I'm just doing tap and pay. But you can actually invoice people like what you're saying, Bern. You could invoice them. You could text them the invoice or email them the invoice and they could pay from that. I've done that before. So somehow I need to start using Square better. I need to stop rushing with my transactions. I need to stop me finishing it. Let the customer finish the transaction. Just give them the phone. Let them finish it all off. And that way, I can probably make an extra, $10, something like that on these things. But I'm screwing around too much, man. You got to take it seriously. And everybody can improve in business, including me. Everybody can improve in business. I screw up a lot when I'm doing business. I've underpriced myself sometimes. Like, oh man, I should have said more. But it's worked out because they'll be like, hey, we're going to give you a $25 tip. Thank you so much. It's like, because I underpriced myself. Because I do not like to live on tips. So my prices are fair. It's like, $200. Okay, $200 each way, $200 each way. Because it's going to be crazy traffic. That's a far ride. It's not to where I'm used to going. All right, that's fair. Plus, I'm going to have to go there twice because I got to come back and get you. That's fair. So they paid me $500 total. $200 plus $100 tip at the end of the night. That's the only way I made that $855 yesterday, was big trips like that were hitting. I didn't use the app. I was in traffic just fighting people the whole time, trying to figure out ways how to get around town. So what I'm trying to do today, if I'll go out and work today, I'm going to another area. I'm not going back west. It was cars smashed up all up and down the highway. Thank you for the super chat, Jose, my brother. Man, I'm trying to help people, man. I really am. I'm trying to show people the potential and the possibility of you truly being the independent contractor they're calling you. They call you an independent contractor. They tell you that you're using their platform, that you engage with them. They don't engage with you. I got whole videos about it. Voidable contracts, void contracts, you engaging with the terms of service. All of this is on my channel. We're growing. This channel is over 14,200 people. A lot of these videos I made when I only had 4,000 subs, 5,000 subs. So I'm bringing a lot of that old content forward so people can catch up to see why we do it this way. We've read the terms of services. We went through the contracts. We've talked about voidable contracts, independent contractor versus employee, 1099s versus W-2s. We've made all these discussions. So if you're not using this knowledge to your advantage, then you're being taken advantage of. All those Uber Black drivers up at Detroit Airport, you will never see me complain that I don't get no Uber Black rides because I don't do Uber Black. You never see me complain. I'm not getting no Lyft Black rides. You know what I do? I drop down on Excel and I convert them up to Black. I upgrade them. If you're in my membership group, you know what I do when I call it. When I say it's upgrading, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen me convert and you've seen me upgrade in my membership group, how I talk to people. And I even let you hear me talking to people. You can hear me talk to people in there. And I'm like recording me talking to my customers, and I'm telling them exactly the services I'm giving them. And they go, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. You hear it everything. Let's do it. Because I'm one of those people that believe in giving somebody an option. The apps think they control the market. We have the car keys, but they think they control the market. That's why they're going to driverless. They want to control the market. And we're like, oh, no. We control the market. We're the drivers. These are the riders. We're the market. You guys are just an app infiltrating the market, which is a negotiation between a seller and a buyer. That's the market. Negotiation between seller and buyer. Uber and Lyft are not transportation companies. They are not transportation companies. They are an application used to interject into the transportation industry so they get a cut of it. They're not transportation, though. We are the market, the driver and the rider. When you go do a swap meet and you want to buy a shirt, who controls the market? You as a buyer and that seller. You negotiate. Hey, man, you want, $17 for this shirt. What if I buy 3 of them, but I just give you like, $13 a shirt? So I give you like $50 for these shirts. All right, that'll work. I see you did it. He don't go, well, let me ask the person who's actually renting out all this space if I could do that. Because this is their whole warehouse and I'm just a vendor inside of the warehouse. I'm an independent contractor. Let me go ask him if it's okay if I can do 3 shirts for 13 instead of selling you one for 17. No, the market is you as the buyer and the seller. In rideshare, the market is the person with the car keys and the person with the Nikes on. Either you're going to walk and use them damn Nikes or you're going to let me use my car keys. Which is going to be? Uber and Lyft does not control that, but they give the illusion that they control that. And people are scared to, I can't convert no ride, man. I can't tell them that I want $50. I got to take the 15 and just hope they give me a tip. No, I don't live off no tips, man. I'm not living off no tips. Oh, no. What Eric say? This is, like I said, I converted my first ride from Uber here in Florida. Oh, yeah. Eric's down in Florida now. He's not Triple EAZ. He's Triple EFL now. Triple EFL. That's what's up. And I'm telling you, man, what I think is going to happen in Detroit. Let me tell you what I believe is happening right now in Detroit. Because this is chess. This is not checkers. This is chess. Let me tell you the chess game of what's going on in Detroit right now. Uber don't want to pay the airport. So all these Uber Black drivers, not regular Uber X, think about it, not regular Uber X, not Uber XL, not Uber Comfort, only Uber Black. So if you're Uber Black and Uber SUV, you don't get Black and SUV, but you can get every other type of rides at the airport. Are you following the chess match right now? Are you following the chess match right now? You can't get Uber Black or Uber Black SUV, but you can get Uber X because we pay for Uber X people. You can get Uber XL because we pay for Uber XL, Comfort, Extra Comfort. We're paying for all of them. So what's that's going to do? It's going to have all these Black and Black SUV drivers at that airport driving for Uber X rates, driving for Uber XL rates, driving for Extra Comfort rates. But the riders are still paying Black and Black SUV rates, but they're paying it on the Uber X tier because they're going to say, oh, since the tiers have so much high demand, we've got to jack the price up. And people go, well, shit. I don't know if it's an SUV price or not because they won't even let us request SUV. So I don't know if this $120 XL ride I'm paying is really Uber Black price. I don't know because it's not showing. They only showing Uber X, Uber XL, Extra Comfort. So now, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you for the super chat. So now you've got these guys in Uber Black and Black SUV getting paid on the X and XL rate, but the riders are still paying Black and Black SUV rates, but they calling those Black and Black SUV rates Uber X rates, Uber XL rates at a surge, at a higher demand. That's all. So they're forcing everybody into a funnel, into this little small bottle at the airport. There's nobody at the top right now. No Uber Black, no Uber Black SUV. All of these cars, just like what they did with Lyft Lux. What happened with Lyft Lux? They forced us down. So now my Beamer, people are probably paying high. But guess what? Exactly, young boy. You see the chess match. That's what I'm getting to. You see the chess match. They're downgrading everybody. They did the same shit on Lux. They took all of our nice cars and they put us on base Lyft. They put us on comfort and extra comfort. No more Lux rates. They're doing the same thing. Because how can you say you don't pay for black and black SUV airport fees, but you can pay Uber X fees, Uber XL fees, extra comfort fees? You can pay all those fees at the airport and all those rides are allowed at the airport. It's because they want to pay people less. They don't care about charging riders more. They're going to charge surge pricing and charge riders more. But the pay scale is less if you go from Uber Black to Uber X. The pay scale is less if you go from Uber Black SUV down to extra comfort. Because remember, I had a video where I picked up people at 3 o'clock in the morning from a strip club. I got the video on my channel. I was on Uber and I had it on a ride along. And I told y'all, these people in my car said, oh man, this is nice. We always get Uber Black. So they ordered Uber Black SUV. But you saw on my screen, it said extra comfort. And you saw me go through Uber complaining about it. I went through Uber and complained that these people ordered black SUV, but I'm only on Uber. I'm not on black or black SUV because I don't have the commercial insurance. I argue with Uber about it. The very next ride when I left that airport had like a $20 surge on it. And there was nobody out, just me. And as soon as I turned the app back on the video, I turned the app on, it was a surge, $20 sitting in the street right in front of me. It was like, okay, go get that $20. We'll give you your money back. So I went and I got the $20 surge and I got like a little quick, like 6-mile trip. And so that's how they gave me my money back because they knew that I was saying was right. I said, I am a black SUV, but I'm not on a black SUV tier on Uber. You guys basically took these people money at that tier, but you paid me on a lower tier. That's the same shit they doing up in Detroit right now at that airport. That's what they're doing up there. And they're downgrading them. That's right, young boy. They're downgrading everybody. They're saying, hey, we could pay Uber X airport fees, but we can't pay Uber Black SUV airport fees. We can pay Uber XL airport fees, but we can't pay Uber Black SUV airport fees. We're all picking up the same people. The tiers shouldn't matter. We're at the airport picking people up. So if you can pay an Uber X fee, you can pay an Uber Black fee. And the thing about Uber Black and Uber Black SUV, they're actually double billed because they have the prearranged sticker on their front windshield. So every time they come into the airport and hit prearranged, bam, they get charged. Then Uber gets charged. So the customer, this is how screwy it is. This is how screwy it is. This is not the bike drop barbecue. That's funny. This is how screwy it is. So if the rider pays Uber for the airport pickup, $10, and the Uber says, I'm going to take that $10 from the driver. So now you get $10 out of your fare. So the rider paid, Uber took the $10, Uber gave the $10 to the airport. Now, airport takes $10 from the driver. So now the airport has a $10 here and a $10 here. An airport has $10 from Uber, but it's got $10 from the driver. So the airport has $20 now from one rider. The one rider paid $10. One rider paid $10. Uber gave him 10. The driver gave him 10. Airport with 20. Driver says, hey, you're double billing me, Uber. You're double billing me. Somehow give me my $10 back because they billed me for the 10. So Uber already gave 10 to the airport. So now Uber's going to give 10 to the driver. So the driver is only billed for it once, which is what Uber took. So now the airport has 20. Uber paid 20, 10 to the airport, 10 to reimburse the driver. The rider paid 10 and the driver was only hit for 10. So there's some funny money going on, some funny accounting going on between the airport getting $20 and Uber paying $20 for one person being picked up. Now, I think if you have the prearranged sticker and you can match up the fact that you paid it on your $10 fare with Uber because they took it out from 10, but then the airport billed you for 10 on the exact same day at the exact same time, the airport should give you that money back, not Uber, because Uber already gave 10 to the airport. Then the driver prearranged paid 10 to the airport. The airport has to reimburse somebody. Either the airport can reimburse Uber and Uber can reimburse the driver, or the airport reimburses the driver directly. But right now, the airport is taking double income on prearranged rides. I think so. Because nobody's sitting down talking about the accounting of it. I've never heard a driver saying, oh, every month I get all my prearranged paid back. Because the airport knows that Lyft is paying for it and they know that Uber's paying for it. So I get all my prearranged. I'll send a report showing these are all the Lyft rides I did this month. And these are all the Uber rides I did this month. So you guys owe me $360 in reimbursement back because I got billed prearranged $360 on all these rides. Nobody's doing that. The accounting behind it is funny. The accounting behind it means the airport is getting double money. And if Uber's reimbursing the driver, Uber's paying double money. The driver is like, well, I don't want to be billed twice for the same passenger. The passenger's only paying $10 once. That's it. So why am I billed twice for the same person? Man, that's why I'm telling you, they're downgrading all those drivers, but they're not doing it to UberX and UberXL and Extra Comfort. Do you know why? Because they don't have prearranged stickers. And everybody out there who kept telling me, well, you got a black SUV, Jeff, you need to go get you a prearranged sticker. Doubt it. You ain't suckering me with that. The accounting's not there yet. This is a new industry. The accounting is not figured out. You're not going to trick me into putting a prearranged sticker on my car and me getting billed every month on an invoice from the airport if all I'm doing is UberX and UberXL rides. Because UberX and UberXL, you don't need prearranged for. You only need prearranged for Uber Black and Uber Black SUV. I don't do prearranged. So I'm not putting no prearranged sticker on my truck and getting billed from it. No, not happening. And that's why Uber right now is saying, oh, yeah, you can just drop down. You could drop down to UberX and UberXL. It's like, why would I want to drop down to UberX and UberXL? I'm a black SUV with a prearranged sticker, which means every time one of those black SUVs go to the airport, even to pick up UberXL, even to pick up UberX, you have a prearranged sticker. So if you're picking up UberX and UberXL, you're making a lot less and you're still paying $10 every time you come to the airport because you got that big ass sticker by your windshield wipers. I'm not putting that shit on my truck. I'm not. Treat me like UberX. Treat me like UberXL. Don't make me pay prearranged. UberX don't pay prearranged. Extra Comfort don't pay prearranged. None of these people pay prearranged except Uber Black and Uber Black SUV. And I am not on Uber Black and Uber Black SUV because no matter who you're picking up at the airport, that prearranged sticker will ding you every single time. Even if you're picking up your cousin from next door, it's going to say you was at the airport this day. Ding, $10. I was doing an UberX, $10. I was doing an Extra Comfort, $10. Every time because you got that damn QR code on your windshield. Take that shit off your windshield. It's like, no, I'm only doing UberX and UberXL. That's it. Do Uber Black. Nope. Because the day Uber Black says no Uber Black rides at this airport, guys, you guys got to do UberX and UberXL like Detroit. Guess what? You're still getting billed for that big ass prearranged sticker on your car, even though you're getting paid less. Man. Hey, young boy, they ain't figured it out yet, man. Like I said, I'm an accountant. When you tell me numbers in business transactions and contracts, my brain starts racing. I'm already seeing the outcome. I can engineer the transaction right in my head. I can see what's going on. I'm like, oh shit, hold up. Wait a minute. That prearranged sticker. If you can't do Uber Black and Uber Black SUV, does that mean I could take this sticker off my car? I'm going to take this prearranged sticker off because every time I hit the airport, I'm getting billed for that. So I'm being paid at UberX rates, being billed a black SUV criteria. You're billing me $10. If I'm there picking up a $7 ride, I'm picking up a $7 ride to go to the hotel right here. $7 1 mile, $7 1 mile. But you're hitting me for $10 for that QR code. I picked this person up and I lost $3 because at the end of the month, I got to pay $10 for picking up a $7 person. I got to pay $10 for picking up a $7 ride because, well, you got the QR shit on your windshield, don't you? Yep. We're going to hit you for $10. Nah, don't put that shit on my truck. Nope. Every time I go places, hey man, you don't got that airport on your windshield, bro. You better get that prearranged, man. Motherfucker, I've been doing airports since I've been in Phoenix. I moved here in 2018. I've been doing Uber since 2019. I've been doing airports since 2019. No prearranged sticker. You know why? Because I don't go to prearranged. It's like, y'all not hitting me up. 6 years strong. I've been driving all these cars in this big ass truck without that QR code, and I've been making good money doing it. You're not sticking me with that shit on my windshield just so you can bill me even when you take the tier away. Because I don't control Uber. I don't control Lyft. I don't control the airport. But I do control that black truck sitting in my driveway, and I got the car keys for it. And you ain't sticking shit on that truck that's going to cost me extra money if any of the Uber, Lyft, airport shit falls apart. If any of that fall apart, it ain't got nothing to do with me. My truck is completely, I don't have an Uber sticker. I don't got a Lyft sticker. All I got is my Arizona permit number and license plates. That's my truck. If you want me to put Uber shit on it, pay me $50 a day and I will advertise for Uber on my truck. $50 a day. You want me to put Lyft stickers on my car? Give me $50 a day. I'll put Lyft stickers on my car. Until you pay me, you're not getting free advertising. I'm not putting no free advertisements all over my truck so people think, oh man, I'm gonna get Uber. Look at that nice ass truck. I'm gonna get Lyft. Look at that. Nope. Pay me $50 a day and I'll drive around town advertising for you. Shit. Otherwise, nah, I'm cool. Now, because any deal goes bad, guess what? Now I'm implicated. It's like being a biker and you're wearing a biker's vest. Let's say you wearing a biker's vest and you go into a club and you like dancing and shit like this, and somebody walk up and tap you on the shoulder. Hey, bro, you with the Real Riders MC? Yeah, I'm with Real Riders MC. Well, one of those motherfuckers just stole one of my cousin's cars because he had that Real Riders MC vest on. See, wearing other people's shit will get you pulled over. I don't want no Uber stuff on my car. I don't wear biker vests. I've never been in a biker club because I don't need nobody walking up, tapping me on the shoulder. Hey, bro, you with Real Riders MC? Yeah, what's up? Oh, yeah, man. Well, yesterday we got to scrapping with two of them across town, so now we got you by yourself. So I'm wearing other people's problems. This vest is other people's problems then. I ain't got no beef. I ain't got no problem with nobody, but you got that vest on. Well, here, you can have it. It's yours now. You can have the fucking vest. If it means that much to you, you can have Real Riders MC. Now say you took a Real Riders MC vest. I'm gonna keep dancing, motherfucker. All I wanna do is zoom, and a boom, boom. Motherfucker, that's what I'm doing. I ain't worried about nobody else's problems. I'm not. So you're not getting Uber on my car. You're not getting Lyft on my car. No. You're not putting a prearranged sticker on my car. No. When I got to go to the airport, I'll go. If it's UberX, then it's UberX. And I shouldn't be paid. I shouldn't have to be billed for picking up a UberX person because that's what Uber and Lyft covers. Uber and Lyft covers the UberX people. Cool. But I'm like, nuh-uh. Was that, hey, Jeff, wait a minute. What'd you say? Time to wake up? This has got a 175 on Lyft yesterday from Colorado Springs to Denver. Couldn't believe my eyes. Lady tip 50 on the app on top of it. Lyft charger 196 for the ride, like old times. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, the ride I got yesterday for $58, the lady paid $74 for it. She paid $74 and I got 58 out of the 74. Now, normally when somebody pays 74, I only get half of that. I would have got like $35, $40. I end up getting 58 out of that. So I'm like, okay. I think Lyft is realizing, like I told you earlier with the whole Shedeur Sanders thing, when you start letting people realize they've got the power, the app's got to bend over at some point and be like, you know what? We're sorry about that. Thank you, Jose, man. So you cooking the food that people need to eat and consume. That's what I'm talking about, brother. This is the barbecue. I tell people, man, welcome to the barbecue. Come in, have a plate. I guarantee when you leave the barbecue, you're going to be full. You're going to be like, I'm talking to the next rider. As soon as you talk to him, you're going to get a $25 bill in your hand instead of getting that $11 ride. You're going to come to the barbecue and you're going to eat. You're going to get full over here. It's like, hey, and for everybody out there who don't understand when I'm talking about Shedeur Sanders' situation, he got drafted in the 5th round when everybody thought he was supposed to go in the 1st round, which is cool. What up, my man, Logan? Which is cool. But when you do that, you lose money. Like, 1st round draft picks make a lot of money. 5th round draft picks don't, just based on contractual obligations whatsoever. So they know Shedeur Sanders is rich and wealthy already. He's making $4 million a year. He don't need, but when you make somebody slide that far, you're taking away potentially $40 million in deals that person can get. Because you're trying to make them realize, hey, we got power over you. Uber and Lyft does us the same way all the time. They try to take money away from us to make us slide into poverty. So once we get deeper into poverty, then we start turning into pigeons. We got to do the work. But if you come into the Uber and Lyft game with your own clients, your own money, a nice cushion, you can say, no, you ain't gonna make me slide. You could try that all you want to. I ain't even got to be on your app. Shedeur Sanders don't even have to play in the league. He's still gonna make money forever. He ain't even got to play in the league. He's taking a demotion to play in the league, actually, because he's being paid like a 10th of what he gets in college. He made more in college in his 1st year in the league. So he's taking a demotion. When you're doing these app rides, you're taking a demotion every single time because you can make more than that. Like I said, I was with people last night for about 25 minutes. And it was maybe, let me see, that's about, from there to there is about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, 3 miles, about 3 miles. I maybe went 6 miles total. 6 miles total in 25 minutes. 6 miles total. and I got $100. The apps are not paying that, because the apps are going to tell you, well, we going to take money from you. We going to keep you down. We going to hold you down. We going to just, you know what? I ain't got to play in your league, Lyft. I ain't got to play in your league, Uber. I'm in the league of my own. I got the car keys. So all I got to do is let somebody get my phone number. Bam. Once they get my phone number, guess what? You can text me directly. You can call me directly. And it's something I'm going to drop in the membership group, because I would put it out in the main group, but I'm going to drop it in the membership group because it's got some of my confidential information on it. I don't want to just have it out on the internet right now, but some of my confidential information is on this deal that I'm doing right now. And I'm going to put it in the membership group so you guys can see it. Thank you. Time to wake up. My brother from Denver. Just love you, bro. You keep inspiring brothers and sisters everywhere to be better at whatever it is they do. Learn a lot from you and always grateful. Hey, appreciate you, brother. I remember when I first met Time to Wake Up, man, he used to come into the chats and he was like, man, I ain't never doing no ride share, man. This shit's trash. And he was saying this a long time ago when we were all just doing ride share. Man, this shit's trash, man. This shit's trash. I'm gonna stick with my deliveries. Talking about old condiments in the car, like ketchup and mustard and shit in the trunk. We was dying laughing. He says, yeah, so if somebody says, bring extra mustard, I don't turn around. I just grab some mustard that I got in my trunk from the last order. He used to have us dying laughing with that shit. So then we started talking about private rides. Now you got to understand, Time to Wake Up, he's a businessman. So he started understanding private rides. He says, wait a minute. So you telling me I could just do friends and families? Like, yeah, just do friends and families. He says, hold up, man. The game changed. This dude took that friends and families private. He shot through the roof. I don't even think he was doing delivery no more. Time to Wake Up. Every day you would get on the live, man. You would be like, dude, another $300 a day. I must have did like 4 rides, $300 in 4 rides. I'm done. And I mean, that's the thing. He was, 2 years ago, he was like, I'm done. I'm not doing ride share, man. Ride share is trash. I'm gonna stick with my delivery. I get higher dollars per mile, this and that. The moment, like I said, there's not a lot of channels like this out there. There's not a lot. There's channels out there where the driver on the channel talks about himself and props himself up and how amazing he is and how great he is and how everybody should follow him. But that podcaster's not giving those drivers information. See, I gave everybody the game. I said, you know what? This is what we can do. We need to fight back because these apps are playing all of us, not just me. The apps ain't just playing me. They playing all of us. So let me give you the weapon. The weapon is your mouth. The weapon is your eyes. Pay attention to who you see holding the phone. Weapon is your ears. Listen to who you think needs a ride. Use your weapons while you out in these streets. Start getting private clients. The moment the 300 was born, man, shit went nuts. It went nuts. People started saying, I didn't believe I was going to actually get the convert rides. I've been making money. I've been doing, and all these other podcasters hating on this barbecue. They was hating on us. I was Uber Jeep there. It was hating on us. Oh, yeah, man, you guys shouldn't be doing that. Keep it on the app. If you don't like it, go get another job. Yeah, man, don't take it off the app. You're going to lose your house. Don't take it off the app. You're going to lose your car. You're going to hurt somebody. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. For years, they were saying that. Here we are. We all doing it. We're all better off. We all do less rides, lower AR. You're going to get deactivated if your AR is too low. That's what they used to come on my channel and say. Don't listen to this guy. He's stupid as hell. He's going to get all y'all deactivated. Not a single one. I'm the only one that got deactivated. Nobody got deactivated. I'm the only one who got deactivated out of this whole ordeal. I'm the only one. And it was only for like 3 hours, or maybe not even that. I don't even know how long it was. I can't remember. But they deactivated me because a hater who saw how well we were doing they called Lyft and tried to talk some shit. And I called Lyft. I said, dude, I got that message saying, yeah, you're deactivated for trying to do an off-app ride. I said, what? I said, I don't care if I'm deactivated or not, but you're not going to lie on me. That's one thing you're not going to do. You're not going to lie on me. Thank you, Time to Wake Up. I appreciate that, brother. I said, you're not going to lie on me. Let me call and clear this up. So I said, y'all could deactivate me all you want, but the person that called you is a hater off my channel. I'm a YouTuber, and I show people how to make real money being independent contractors. This person is a hater that called you because they didn't even say what date it was, what time it was, because I guarantee they're lying because I don't even drive on y'all app. Look at my app and tell me what time I drove and what time that call came in. Call me back. They never call me back. All I know is I turned the app on and I was activated again. They was like, shit. I was like, yeah. So for the hater out there, all you did was make me some good content, because I posted that content and that video went viral when everybody thought I was deactivated. All these buzzards hovering around the channel. Y'all gonna get deactivated. Just wait. Y'all gonna get kicked off the app. Just wait. I got deactivated. I got kicked off the app. The buzzards took that video and ran with it. Man, they was having a field day, and I was letting them. And the whole time I was letting them, I knew Lyft had already put me back online, but I had already released the video. I had already put the video for scheduled release, so I couldn't unschedule it, because YouTube was like, well, we got it scheduled and we have ads applied to it already. So you want to run it with the ads? I'm like, yeah, run it with the ads. Fuck it. Well, you're already activated. Well, I'll run an activation video after that. I'll let this run, see how many views it can get. Then I'll run the reactivated video later. So I let the buzzers have a field day. They were like, man, oh yeah, I remember when you were celebrating 5,000 subs. Yeah. Oh yeah, the buzzers was buzzing that day. Oh, they was pissed. They was pissed when they found out I was really reacting. You clickbaited us. How did I clickbait y'all? I was really deactivated. They even said it on my screen. I couldn't get online. I was really deactivated. By the time I found out I was reactivated, because I was going to tell y'all the truth, even not knowing if I was going to be reactivated or not. I'm telling y'all the truth. I got deactivated while I was asleep. I don't even drive on Lyft. I got deactivated in my sleep. I'm telling the truth to everybody. I'm putting it online. And these people are mad at me because I put the truth online that I got deactivated in my sleep, because hours later they reactivated me, but I didn't know it yet. So they were hating because they all wanted to be so right. They wanted to be so right, and I wanted them to be right. I'm pulling for them. So I said, you know what? I finally got deactivated. They finally got my ass. Let me make a video about this. They was right. They was right. They got me. They was right. They got me. So I made the video. And even as I made the video, I was deactivated the whole time. But these people were right. I made them right. But I knew who did it. And they're, oh yeah, finally, your ass got caught converting somebody. You got caught. Finally, they got your ass, Jeff. I knew they was going to get you one day. That's what you get. Telling all these people that y'all all finna be deactivated. That's what you get. They was going in on me. And I'm just sitting back looking at the contents, laughing. Whole time my app is activated. I'm just looking at the contents like, man, they fucking killing me today. They was eating my ass up. Man, them views went 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5. That video was running. I'm just watching. I said, how far should I let this shit go before I let them know I'm really activated? I didn't want it to get too crazy. So I let it get to about 6,000 views. And then I said, okay, this is what really happened. I did get deactivated in my sleep. Yeah, it happened. But actually about 3 hours later, I turned my app on. And it was about an hour before the release of this video when I turned the app on and saw I was reactivated again. But I was like, well, shit, ads have already been applied to the video. So YouTube already put ads on it. So I can't just undo it. Fuck it. Let them get me paid. Let them get me paid. So I let that shit run. I was like, let these buzzers pay me today, man. Let these buzzers pay me today. Since they want to mess with me all day, I let them have a feel. I didn't delete a single comment. I ain't blocked nobody. I ain't banned nobody. I just let them run with it. They was eating my ass alive. That's what you get, you idiot. Finally. They got your ass. I'm glad. Now what you gonna do with that black SUV? You idiot. You can't pay for it now. What you gonna do now? You finna lose that shit. You finna lose your house. You ain't on no app no more. What you gonna do for clients? Man, I was just sitting there like, man, these some true haters, man. They really hating on a brother, man. They hating on me. Oh, thank you, Time to Wake Up. I appreciate that, man. So your content blows me because it's genuine and helpful. And the thing is, even with my mistakes, I say what mistakes I made. I got played for $75 one time, not getting the money before, but trying to get it after when I got to the W. I got played for $75. I'd say my mistakes all the time. That's cool. I'm not a perfect person. But if I say my mistake and what I made and I understand the mistake, now I can teach. Now I can say, y'all, this happened. Trust me. Even if you don't know the person, no matter how nice they dressed up, if you don't know this person and this ain't one of your clients, get the money first, because I just got played for $75 and I made that video. I tell folks, man, you can't do it. Oh, that's that video. He hate me. I remember that on that back of that XFL jersey. That was in Vegas. Actually, he hate me. Man, Jose, exactly. And I'm telling folks, man, it's just, if you just keep putting out real content, don't worry about these apps, because these apps are in boardrooms right now finding ways to get rid of you. So I'm putting out the reality of what's really in these streets. When I tell you, if they not paying you at airports, if they're throttling you down, go to a busy area. If you want to really make money, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is something I should probably put into the membership group, because you're going to see a lot of content creators run with this. I'm going to drop a dime on y'all ass right now. Drop some real game on y'all right now. This is real game. If you live in an area where there is a comedy club, those are your private rides. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because they've been having a great time all night. They've been having a great time. They got the best moods. They're laughing at shit, walking out the building, reciting jokes and everything else. These are the people who will become your private. I picked up people from the Improv last night. That's where I picked up $100 ride, 6 miles, 25 minutes. Improv people. If you want to make money, go straight to find a comedy club in your area. Go sit outside with business cards. Go out there and be like, hey man, listen. I'm a private driver. I just dropped somebody off not too far from here, but I'm thinking instead of me riding back on dead miles, if I could just give you guys my card, if you guys need to ride somewhere, I'm going pretty much in any direction right now, because I just don't want to drive around on, just burning gas on Uber and Lyft. So you know what? Hey, bro, we got 4. You cool with 4? I'm cool with 4. I got that Nissan Altima right there. I'm cool with 4. Hey, clean Nissan Altima. Let's go. How much to take us over here? I don't know, $65? Bet. Let's go. Hey, $65, man. And you would have probably got $13 with that shit on the app. Go to comedy clubs. So how do you get to the membership page? It's something that says join. Let me see, because let me see if I can see it on now I got my phone. Let me see something. Because somebody else asked that real quick too. I'm going to go see if I can see it. So I'm going to pull up my page. Well, as I'm pulling up the page, it doesn't say. It just says see your subscribers. Subscribers, manage videos. Maybe it's because it's on my phone, it don't show. Oh, so when I go to My Drop Barbecue, I go to my page, I scroll down a little bit to where you see the members, and it says all our members, then it says join right next to it in blue. So when I go to the Mic Drop, this is an Android. I go to the Mic Drop page, I kind of go down a little bit, bam, it says our members join right there on the side. That's how you do it. That's it. That's how you get on, I guess. I've never looked. So now you just helped me out. Says, you know what time to wake up? You inspire me, bro. I'm telling you, man, we out there, Melly Mel, we're out there doing it, man. But I want y'all to do that and try it. And like I said, turn that no into a go. I wore a shirt the other day, lesson 4, turn a no into a go. That's lesson 4, right? Lesson 1 is know your worth. Don't let these people underpay you. Know your worth. Lesson 2, 3 is coming up. I think lesson 3 is going to be something like lesson 3. You don't speak, you don't eat. That's lesson 3. You don't speak, you don't eat. So all we need is lesson 2 now. We're going to find out what lesson 2 is. Lesson 1, know your worth. Skip lesson 2. Lesson 3, you don't speak, you don't eat. Closed mouths don't get fed. You know how that go. Lesson 4, turn a no into a go. This is what we do at the barbecue, man. Real quick, easy shit. So while y'all on the road, you're going to remember a whole terms of service. How am I going to do this? Hey, man, lesson 1, know your worth. Lesson 3, you don't speak, you don't eat. Lesson 4, turn a no into a go. So you're going to go out there. You're going to have some people, man, you know what? Say, listen, man, you can go on the app if you want to. You're probably going to be charged about $50, $60 for that ride anyways. And the person going to you're going to be sitting there because everybody going to decline it because nobody's doing these rides for $11, $12. You're going to be getting declined. I'm right here in front of you right now. Car's clean, ready to rock and roll. Here's my car if you're ready to do this. If not, I understand. But you know what? Let's go. Turn that no into a go. You ain't got to pressure sell nobody. You ain't got to be mad at them, but let them know the benefit of using you right here on the spot than risking getting a driver that smell like gas as motherfuckers sitting around farting in their car and shit. They gonna run that risk. And then they gonna sit around and be like, oh man, you know what? We got canceled on like 4 times. We should have took that dude in the Altima, man. We would have been home by now. Last night at the concert, there were people sitting on the curb, lined up all the way down the street, sitting on the curb, looking like this, stressed out, all dressed up, sitting on the curb. My people, they had a private driver. They wouldn't get canceled on. Everybody sitting on the curbs like this, just getting canceled on, getting declined. You see drivers U-turn and getting out of there. Because when I tell you traffic was moving 1 mile per hour, I'm not lying. It was moving 1 mile per hour up 91st Avenue. And I made a mistake and took Camelback. So once I took Camelback and I shot north of 91st, oh, it was a crawl. It was a crawl. But once I got to Cardinals Way, which is Bethany Home, that's where everything picked up. Because so I said, when I get to Bethany Home, I said, I'm turning east. You guys be on that side of the street. I didn't even know how the street looked. I knew we took that way in, but I didn't know how it looked on the way out. So I was going, and when I got to Bethany Home, I turned, no cars. It was like 2 Uber cars on the side of the road, just sitting there with their hazards on. No cars. So I'm like, this is too perfect. So I turn and I go in between all the traffic cones and I sit dead center of the road in between all the traffic cones. Sat dead center. No police mess with me. No traffic people mess with me. I am not even on the right side of the road. I am sitting on the other side of the yellow line in between traffic cones, head on into traffic when there ain't no traffic at all. But I don't want to be in that lane because it's only one lane. And if cars turn, they're going to be sitting there while I'm loading in 6 people. And I don't want to block nobody. So I went on the wrong side of the road and went behind some cones on the wrong side of the road. I'm sitting right next to people with their hazards on. Ain't no traffic. And Cardinals Way is like a major street. It's a pretty busy street. You ain't gonna ever catch a black SUV on the wrong side of the street, sitting in the middle of the street loading people. You ain't never seeing that again. But I told my people, I pay attention to everything. There ain't no cars coming. Nobody's coming from this way because nobody wants to come to 91st. Only people coming are the people from behind me. And I'm not blocking nobody. I'm not going to sit there and make people wait till y'all get in my car. So I went on the opposite side of the street. Ain't nobody over there any damn ways. Police ain't bother me. They let me load my people up. I took off. Now we got out of there quick as hell. They was like, man, nobody else was doing that. Not a single car was doing that. They were all on 91st trying to get to the stadium. I said, you get to Cardinals Way. I'm going to go east on Cardinals Way. Be right there. Perfect. We'll be right there. Man, I know everybody was thinking, how the hell did he know to go to Cardinals Way? How did he know that? Because nobody uses Cardinals Way going east. Everybody uses it going west to the highway. I use it going east because it turns into Bethany Homes. Once it turns into Bethany Homes, you hit 60, you go 60 south towards downtown Phoenix. You hit the 10 right there by the 19. Bam. You just passed all traffic. You didn't have to worry about the 10 at all. You didn't have to worry about it. And that's how I got around so fast using Grand. I was using Grand and Bethany Home all day yesterday. So now I know what I'm gassing. I need to move more. Duke is wild. It's true shit, man, that athletes know. That's why they say when you finish running and you finish doing shit, stay moving. So the acid don't build up. Your stomach acid's building up. Your leg acid's building up. That's why they say horses, before horses race or before people usually race, they start farting. And they go, why? Because you're warming up. And when you warm up, your body's building up acid, it's building up and it's letting it all go. And your muscles are using all this acid because you're warming up and you're jogging and you're doing jumping jacks and shit, all this stuff. And then you calm down for about 30 minutes to an hour before you race. That acid is built up and it has nowhere to go. So you start farting. Horses fart before races. They always say, bet on the horse that took a dump right before the race. Because that's all that gas building up. And he's just farting and shitting because he was warming up. And now he's built it. Bet on that horse because he just released all that internal gas. His muscles are going to be a lot freer. The acid is now out of his body. Bet on that horse right there. That's why you bet on a horse that farts and shits before the race. He's done. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that, brother. Say Denver driver show love today to the barbecue. Thanks, Jeff, for the authenticity. Join the membership group today, finally. I'm on fire right now. 3 new clients for me this month. Riders hate the apps. Private drivers are in demand. Thank you, brother. My brother, man, that makes me happy to hear that, man. I love the super chat. But the fact that you got 3 clients this month, and I tell everybody, you do not need a lot of clients. You are slowly building your business. If you can get 2 clients a week, 1 client a week, that's 52 people a year. I just did 1 client yesterday and they paid me $500. If you do 1 client a week and they somehow need to go to a big place and they're paying, that's $500 extra a week. And that's in 1 month. That's 2 G's a month. And you're just doing 1 client, 1 client, 1 client, 1 client. 4 clients a month could bank you 2 G's a month, depending on where they got to go and who they got to. You don't need a lot of private clients. You just need quality clients. That's it. A whole bunch of $4 rides. You don't need. The app's already got that. A bunch of $11 rides. The app's already got that. You don't want to fill your car with a bunch of people who are doing $13 rides because you got to do 10 of those to make $130. Well, you could do 6 rides and make $800 and you're done. You're like, I just did 6 rides and made $800. I did 10 and made 130. Sometimes the few clients are what you're looking for, Jim. So I'm glad. I love that comment, man. I'm on fire right now. 3 new clients for me this month. That'll be 36 at the end of the year. 36 clients at the end of the year. And just say on average, each client is giving you, let's just say on average, $100. You just gave yourself a $3,600 raise. There's no W-2 out there giving people $3,600 a year raises right now. There's nobody doing it. And that's at a minimum. That's a bare minimum, $3,600 raise a year. Now, as you go, when I say do 2 clients a week, because if you do 2 clients a week, this is how it works with the 2 client a week method. You get 2 clients. One of them's going to always pay more than the other one because some things are different. One has to go to the airport a lot. One only goes to the airport every blue moon. But you have other clients and you have a team that you're building and you have a client for $35. You're going to pass that $35 client to a trusted driver. Hey, man, you're on my team. You're going to pick up Susan every Tuesday for $35. Susan already knows. I talked to Susan. I gave her your number. She has your number. I sent her a picture of your car. You're picking up. Why are you giving me Susan? Because now I have Jim. Jim's $100 client on Tuesdays now. So you're starting to free up your schedule. And pretty soon, all these people on the apps are going to radiate into our driver network because we're going to start sharing people. Hey, you know what? I got a $200 client this weekend and I got a $60 client. They're overlapping. Can you do me a favor? Pick up my $60 client for me. You ain't got to give me shit. Just help me out. Just it's $60. That's what I charge. You can charge more or less. They might even tip you. I don't know. And that's how the driver network survive. So starting with 3, it's going to grow, Jim. I'm telling you, because those 3 are going to pass you to at least 1 or 2 people. So that 3 can turn into 9 that fast. The people I picked up last night, I never met these people before. I only know 2 of the people. I don't know the original husband and wife. There was 8 people total. So the other 6 people, I have no idea. But I gave them all my cars. They were all chatting and talking. They're from Tucson. They're like, oh, man, we come back and forth. We do airport. We do that. Blah, blah. 2 people just gave me 6 other people on the same ride. So it magnifies real fast. So you say 3, I see 9. You say, I got 3 new clients, 9. Keep up with the service. Keep doing the service. Keep taking care of them. Keep that bottled water in the car. Always ask when you're picking them up, okay, how many we got going? 4, throw 4 bottled waters in the car. How many we got going? 3, throw 3 bottled waters in the car. I go out and I buy margaritas, these little canned margaritas. I buy them and I keep 24 pack because some of my clients like to drink when they get off the flight. You got watermelon, strawberry, lime. You got all these margaritas. So I give each bottle of water and each a margarita. Whatever you don't open, it's cool. Just don't touch it. It's like at a hotel. If you touch it, it's yours. It's like at a hotel. If you move it, a sensor goes off and they charge it to your room. So it's like, if you open that margarita, drink it. It's yours. It's free. They totally free. I don't charge them for that. If they open the water and drink it, knock yourself out. If they don't drink it all, I just pour it into my dog bowl when I get home. Because the dogs, they like bottled water too. I'm like, fuck it. They only took like 2 sips out of this. Pour that shit right in my dog bowl. Smart rideshare. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Don't got much time to watch, but I respect this channel as a fellow rideshare channel. Thank you, Smart Rideshare. Hey, man, we all trying to help drivers out, man. We doing, like Glenn says, I like the network of drivers. That's gold. And that's what we are, man. We're a network. And I just helped yesterday. Jonathan, he messaged me yesterday because I sent him one of my clients who fly from Phoenix to Palm Beach quite often. Jonathan just did a consultation with me. I didn't even know he was in Palm Beach, but I talked to him for about an hour and we kind of understood each other. And I went through his whole business style. I went through everything. So after the consultation, I texted him back. I said, I got somebody that I want to pass you. He's one of my clients. And you said you do Palm Beach. Can I? He said, yeah, text him. They have already talked. He's already booked with him already. So he's already booked with one of my clients, and I just did a consultation with him last week, and he's already like, okay, so now that's his client too. We share a client. In Phoenix, it's mine, and Palm Beach is his. That's how it works. And it's like, that's how it works. That's the network right there. So my client don't have to ever use Uber. He's going to go to Palm Beach, and he's getting a Model Y Tesla waiting for him right there when he gets off, all clean and everything, already ready, already knows the driver. And Jonathan's a legal guy, so he can talk law, contracts, whatever with him. This is why I set up people in my network. I can't just set them up with somebody random, but once I know a driver and I know what a driver is doing and I know which one of my clients will fit with that driver, oh shit, I'm definitely patching you in because I don't want my driver to get down there and link up with another driver who happens to have a driver in Phoenix. And now that driver has my client because they started working together. I'm like, no. you're my client in Phoenix. So wherever you fly to, I'm going to find out somebody in that city, because I don't want somebody in that city to be a driver like me and take you and now have you in a new network. So you're going to be in the 300 network. I'm radiate the money, because these apps are doing it to us. Whenever they go somewhere, they want you to use Uber. They want you to use Lyft. I want you to use the 300 wherever you go. I want you to use somebody at the barbecue. When you land, hey, Jeff, I'm actually in Nashville right now. Who you know in Nashville? I got my man, Chris. Hold up for a second. Let me hit you up real quick. Here's a number. Text this number. Let him know who you are. See if he's got time. That's how I am. Waymo is saying 90% positive, positive feedback from people. I don't know. I think that's Waymo actually is smart. Google is smart because Waymo is owned by Google. And I'm going to tell you a little trick that you can use on Google, Waymo, any app, anything. What you can is you can pay people to leave your reviews, because they get paid to sit at home and leave reviews. And they if you pay X amount of dollars for certain reviews, they'll give you so many positive reviews. And if you look at the timestamps on some of these reviews, it'll be like a day where they got 30 reviews in one day. And it's like, man, that's crazy. And it'd be a small company. It'd be a small company like a pizza shop. But the pizza shop, 30 people didn't leave on April the 12th. 30 people didn't leave a review on April the 12th. Maybe one, maybe two, maybe three, but 30. So that's how you can tell they're buying reviews, man. They're buying them. Gotta, it's something like that. So Roxy's in Nashville. There you go, Roxy. She's down there. Oh, you know, if I know anybody in Nashville, that's first thing I'm doing is texting you, Roxy, get down. I got somebody coming there. And how long are you in Nashville for, Roxy? How long? Because I think I got Eric. Eric's in Nashville. Oh yeah. Let me see something. Let me do something for you real quick, Miss Roxy. Let me do something for you real quick. Bam. Text. All right. Okay, Roxy, I just sent you a phone number of a guy. His name's Eric. And Eric is in the band Young the Giant. Young the Giant is a very famous band. Millions, hundreds of millions of views on Spotify. Hundreds of millions of views. This is Eric. He's a superstar. This dude is a superstar. I just text you a superstar's phone number. You don't got to text him today. Let me text him first, kind of warm up the situation, because they do a lot of shows and they do a lot of stuff down in Nashville. They have a show in there. Look up Eric Young the Giant in Nashville. And when you look up Young the Giant in Nashville, you'll see all the shows they're doing in Nashville. Like I said, these guys are rock stars and they're humble. He's like, man, I ain't no rocks. I'm like, bro, every song I got hundreds of thousands of. Yeah, it's Young the Giant. So Young the Giant is like I said, you can look him up on Spotify. You can look him up anywhere. Young the Giant. But Eric, he rode with me once. Great guy, amazing guy. So let me text him first, just kind of warm up to the situation to see if he can actually get some people down there who might need rides and be like, hey, Roxy, come on. So you actually have a superstar's phone number. Don't blow him up. Let me talk to him first. But I know you, Roxy, and I trust you, which is why I would send you a superstar's phone number, because I know you're not going to fucking bug him to death. You're not going to go nuts on him and shit and text him 8,000 times in a day. This dude, he's literally a superstar. He's Eric. He's got his own YouTube. They got crazy YouTube videos, millions of videos everywhere. But he is a great guy, easy to talk to, one of the most humble people you will ever meet. He don't even act like he's a superstar, which makes it even funnier because I fuck with him all the time. I'll be having him cracking up laughing, and him and his wife, they just be shaking their heads like, I'm like, bro, you're like a star, man. And he's always like, Jeff, stop, man, stop. Because she's like, you're giving him the big head. I'm like, but he deserves it, man. I'm like, this dude, you have entertained millions and millions of people over the years of Eric Young the Giant being a band. Millions. And you just like, he just riding around humble as shit. What's up, Miss Jacqueline? See, my mom and grandma are here. Want to pop and say, hey, tell them I said, what's up? What's up? Now, are you guys still in Indiana? Jacqueline, are you guys still out in Indiana? Or did you guys move to North Carolina or somewhere? Where are you guys at now? Oh, yeah. Exactly. Time to wake up. Young the Giant has 8 million Spotify followers. Yeah. And when he was in the car and I'm playing some of the music and everything, his wife is like, and she's loving it. She is like in the car and we're rocking out, and we got a group with us and we cracking up and we rocking out, and Eric is just like, he's like, oh my God. I was like, bro, you got to embrace your superstardom. And he is just so humble. He is so humble. I mean, it's funny, man. It is so funny. And I'm like, yeah. I know a superstar texts him all the time, but he's too busy to answer sometimes. I know it's funny. It's funny. But no, I ain't got no 8 million damn subscribers. Dude, they got 8 million followers on Spotify. Young the Giant got some pretty good music. And Eric, he's got his own channel, and it's got some pretty good tracks on there, because I played a few of them on my live stream, but then YouTube wouldn't let me copyright that. They copyrighted it on me. But no, dude, and they do shows in Nashville right now. So if you're in Nashville and you want to check out Young the Giant, or you just want to look at some of their YouTube videos, look up Young the Giant. And Eric, he's got like the black goatee. I think he's bald now, but he had black hair on some of the videos, but he's bald now. Cool guy, man. Let me see. I know I got, let me see if he's in here. Hold up. Let me see if I can find Eric from Young the Giant. Let's see. Where's my buddy at? Where is he at? I know he's in here somewhere. Oh, there he is. That's Eric right there. Wait a minute. The damn camera's too bright. I think you can see it right there. That's Eric from Young the Giant. So the next time you go to Young the Giant, you look up Eric, whatever. That's Eric from Young the Giant. Great guy. And like I said, these guys, they actually host, concerts, entertain millions, hundreds of millions. I mean, their songs are going crazy all the time. And he is just like the most humble, average. I'm like, bro, never let me be a superstar. If I ever become a superstar and I play a guitar, I'm like Linus with the blanket. I'm taking my guitar everywhere. I'm gonna be outside. What's up, baby? They're like, man, that's Jeff, man. He's a superstar. That's right. I'm a superstar, baby. Like, bro, why did we ever make him a fucking superstar? Take his guitar. You should put the Nick Selters on in the background. I know it for real. That's funny. I know people do that all the time. They put the games on their things. Does mom say you need to text her or call her soon? Tell her I will. I know I've been super busy. We used to text all the time. I used to text your mom but that's back when she was doing her painting and her crafts, and we were like always laughing and joking. I think she was at some office job, and she had a new job, and I think she had so much to do, and you guys were moving, and she was doing crafts at the new place, and I was building the channel up real big. So we ended up and that's the thing, we've talked for years. Me and your mom, we have been buddies for years. We have always, like, even when I lived in Vegas, I think. Was I in Vegas or St. Louis? I can't remember. I think I was still in Vegas. No, I was in St. Louis at the time. So we used to always ride, laugh, joke, talk, and she'd be on the phone cracking up, laughing about work and everything. But yep. Life is taking over, and here we are. We're two old folks now. So tell her I'm going to text her. Let me see. Because I forgot. I got a new phone. I forgot. Okay, I just shot her a text. Ask her if she got that text message, because this is a new phone and my old phone is broken and everything like that. So I don't really know if all these numbers are still good or not. So I just put hi. Let me put this is Jeff. Okay. And that's the thing. I went through like 2 or 3 phones. I dropped the last one, lost all my phone numbers. So I just shot her a text message, and I don't know if it pops up on her phone. Cool. If not, then yeah. Somebody read it because there's 2 blue checks next to it. So tell her I'll shoot her a text. Tell her I'll shoot her a text after I get up the live stream. We'll catch up. We'll have to do a phone call because it's a lot going on in Arizona right now. She might have to fly out for about 3 or 4 days and help me with the dogs. Tell her I hope she's not allergic to the scoop shit. Wait a minute. She might have texted back. Oh, nope. I'll put that wrong number. What is it? Okay. See, exactly. Somebody says, she said, I said, this is Jeff. She said, I'm sorry, who's Jeff? I said, nope, wrong number. This is an old friend's number. Oh, you're fine, sorry. So I just text somebody your mom's old phone number. No, shoot it to me. Just text it to me. I think you probably got my number too. Shoot me the number, whatever. Shoot me the number, yeah. Because I have so many numbers in my phone from years and years of people. I don't text nobody. I don't have. Now, so I help with the dogs. Oh, trust me. These dogs are crazy, crazy. Oh, man. I'm almost just... Oh, let me see something. This is funny. This is so funny. I said, I'm on a live stream right now, and her daughter told me to text her. So I sent her the live stream link. Whoever this is now got my live stream link. Oh, that's funny. See. You like pretty good. Goo. Got it, brother. Got it. All right, so wait a minute. You said I'll just text you her number on Messenger. Okay, cool. Got it. Oh, that's right. Don said I've had a ranch. I can handle it. That's right. You had horses and everything. These dogs are shit. 1/20th of the size of a damn horse. Yep. So I know these dogs are nuts though, man. They be good. And the little one, he's sleeping right here. The whole time he sleeps while I live stream, because if I leave him out there, he's gonna terrorize them dogs, man. Just little as he's like this little, but he think he's like this damn big, and he terrorizes all the dogs. So I gotta take him with me everywhere I go, because he'll be biting their legs. The border collie just puts his hand on his head now, like little dog. It's so funny. He'll start trying to mess with the border collie. The border collie just put his hand on his head, like chill out. I'm like, I need to record that one day. I need to record that. Okay, cool. That'll work, Jacqueline. That'll work. So yeah. Well, appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, I'll get the number. I'll shoot her a text later on after the live stream. But I just text them instead, and they're like probably laughing right now. They're like, holy shit, this dude on the podcast just text us, man. This is crazy. Yeah. So yeah. Man, but no, and then like the big dog, the big pit, he's given up. The big pit is like 90 something pounds, and he's given up. He is like, he just lay on his back and let the little dog attack him all the time. He's over, and he'll sit there and go like, nah. He just like be trying to bite the little dog. He's laying on his back going, nah. I was like, man, this little dog is coming, just taking over the house. What up, Board AZ? What's good? Say, Sonny, I was thinking the same thing. Charge a membership fee for all of us as clients to go around the country to use each other and help build the 300 crew. Oh, yeah, we could do something like that. Definitely, man. And that's the thing. I want to build a coalition of drivers that are serious. And when I say serious, I don't mean seriously want to make money. Everybody seriously want to make money. Do you seriously want to do the hard work that needs to be done in customer service in your car, making sure your car don't leak oil in people's driveways? Do you want to, have tires that aren't bald? Do you really want to be serious to make sure that when I give you one of my clients, when they show up, they're like, man, the car was clean. It was super clean. Damn, they're like a brand new car. Like, actually, that car is like 4 years old. Shit looks brand new, man. He takes care of it. Oh, he was dressed nice. He was on time. He was actually early. He asked us if we needed an extra ride. Like, he would be at dinner for us. That's the thing. I want somebody who's service oriented. Yesterday, when I was dropping all my people off doing stuff, I was at, like, when I got the text from my client just to go to the concert and back, they wanted to ride to the concert because he thought that I wasn't going to be able to bring him back. So I was like, slide too raw. So I said, no, this is what we'll do. Right where I drop you guys off, I'm going to try to pick you up in the same exact spot. And that's what we did. It worked out perfectly. Derek said I was teaching my daughter how to drive. Uh-oh, here we go. Teach her how to drive and teach her how to sell a ride. Say, listen, I'm going to be your private driver. So with my client, I dropped them off and picked them up in almost the identical same spot. So I was like, man, this is what it is. We need to find out how we can get serious drivers. And that's why I love when people join my membership group or they book a consultation with me. These are serious people who really want to up their business. I spend a lot of money, man. I'll spend like $1,200 on something just to make something work right. I'll go drop $1,200. And I tell people, you know what? $5, $10, $20. It's what we use to make sure that we can stay doing what we do. When I was out on the road all day yesterday, there was no way I could do a live stream. Impossible I could do a live stream. What up, King James? So I said, today, I said I could take today off. And I thank you guys for the super chats. You guys have I got 9 super chats in there. I appreciate this, man. I appreciate you guys. Because like I said, there's my man Stan super chatting me. I appreciate you, brother. Stan came back with another super chat. Appreciate you. Stan came with another super chat. My man Joe came through. My man Jose came through. Jose came through again. Time to Wake Up came through. Time to Wake Up came through again. Jim from Denver came through, and that was the last one. But I said I'm doing that because I give up time that I know I could be out on the road fighting and making money. I give up that time to make sure I keep you guys not only inspired, but in the realm of reality when it comes to what we can do out here. I keep us all together. I link us together, man. This is one of the only channels we see on YouTube that I know me as a host, I can't leave nobody behind. I just can't leave a driver behind. And the people say, Jeff, man, you give up good money sitting on live streams 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours straight. You could be in the streets making a ton of money, but you giving your time to all these drivers because some of these drivers will make sure that content is valuable enough to take care of other drivers who may not have the means right now to leave a tip on the channel, leave a super chat, super thanks, may not be able to book a consultation. These drivers, everybody who I just listed with all those super chats, those are the kind of drivers that care about channels like this enough that they want YouTube to radiate even more. Because not only do I get paid from that super chat, but YouTube takes a cut and says, with this money, we're going to broadcast your channel out even more. Like Time to Wake Up said, I had 5,000 subs. I'm up to 14,200 something now. This is us working to get YouTube to realize, patch us into more drivers, patch us into more riders. I got another channel right now going that's basically just riders. That's it. It's all riders because we talk about a lot of crazy topics. But that little bitty channel with 500 subs on it, had 100 subs on it last week. It's up to 500 subs already. But the watch time, the watch hours are almost 2,000 hours already. And I just started that channel. It's already at 2,000. I need 4,000 to monetize it. So Slide 2 Raw, appreciate you, brothers. Hold up. Let me come through. Hey, that's what I'm talking about right there, man. Helping YouTube recognize what we're doing over here. Because the success of this channel, just like my other channel, in the watch with 500 subs in that little channel, I've got almost the same amount of views. The same amount of views with 14,000 versus 500, and the views are like half. I got 140,000 views in the last month on this channel, and I got 80,000 on that channel. And it's only 500 people on. Those are a lot of riders that I'm about to bring into this network. When they see what we're doing, and when this channel radiates and it builds, and like you guys, like Slide 2 Raw, all you guys, Stanley, Time to Wake Up, Jose, when you guys are helping build this channel, I want it to be a well-oiled machine. So when riders do come over here, when we do get riders, we can patch them into our driver network. And YouTube's going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing because it sees our community is not only valuable, but we're doing a good service out there. Right now, Detroit, like I said, they can't get black SUV rides. Hopefully those drivers know about this channel and they know how to still sell black SUV rides, because they're being sold as black SUV, but they're being paid as Uber X and Uber XL right now. So they're still being sold at a high rate, but they're being paid at a low rate. This channel will teach them how to bridge that gap. To say, hey, if the apps ain't gonna try to take our power, Shadura Sanders, if they try to take our power, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna rise up. Or we're gonna say, we're gonna cut you out of the deal. Because with Shadura Sanders, he can do his legendary deals. He don't even need the NFL merchandise. He can do his own merchandise and it'll go nuts. We have our own cars, our own car keys, our own client bases, our own communication systems, our own business cards. We can make this go nuts with our own network. And once the apps realize that, they're going to either have to say, you know what, you guys are hitting us hard with these private rides. We need to either pay you guys more, like Time to Wake Up just said. They paid them a lot more over the past day for that ride. And when they charged these people 74 last night, and I got 58 out of the 74, it ain't been like that. Usually if they're paying 74, I'm getting 35. That's usually what it is. Usually if somebody's paying 190, you might get 90 to 100. But it's like they're paying more now. They're giving 170 out of the 190 now because they know drivers and riders are communicating. We're talking on this channel. We come up and we talking. I've seen a couple of channels with a couple of 100,000 subs, and I can't even stay awake. Porfirio, you're hilarious. This is a couple of 100,000. I can't even stay awake. I'm like, bruh. But there's information over here. And I know that a lot of us say, well, you repeat stuff in the beginning and you repeat in the end, because the people in the beginning of live stream, some of them, not everybody at the end wasn't here in the beginning. So I don't want people to have to wait till the live stream ends to go back and hear what we talked about in the beginning sometimes, because my live streams are not an hour. They're not, 45. My live streams are 3, 4, 5, 6 hours sometimes, because I want enough content out there for people to be able to listen to as they're in the garage working. You don't want to keep running back to your telephone, because when I'm working on cars outside, I just did a whole system on a car, whole exhaust system and everything. I didn't want to have to keep running to and from my phone all the time to keep changing to the next video, because the videos are only like 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 15 minutes. I need like a 3-hour video, because I'm like, dude, I'm in the garage working, I'm doing something, I'm cruising, I'm in the yard, I'm in the pool cleaning. I need a video that can actually last a while, so I don't like keep going back touching my phone with my oily ass hands. So me being that type of creator that can do that, and you guys being supporters, is hey, we support the content. We know in 3-4 hours you could be out in the roads, making money, doing whatever. And yet you guys are out there making money, picking up clients. Hopefully your clients are listening to me as I speak, because they'll say, you got a business card? Because if what this guy's saying on the internet is true, you got a business card? Can I just book directly with you? I didn't know I could do that. So I just help you get a client. Hopefully that's my job. I hope I help you get a client. And then from there you say, dude, watching the barbecue actually makes sense, because I listen to it with people in the car. They hearing that it's not just me trying to sell them some BS. It's really drivers are not being paid and riders are being overcharged. And that bridge is getting too wide between the elites and poverty. The bridge is getting wider and wider. So we're closing that poverty gap. That's why I wear my shirt that says resist poverty. You got to resist poverty. You know where they're trying to push us to. You need to form some type of resistance to keep from ending up there. They don't care if you blow your car up, if you got bald tires. All they care about is if they send you a ride, you're going to pick it up. That's all they care about. They don't care if your car is leaking antifreeze and coolant. They don't care. So you got to form some type of resistance to what you know they're doing. When they're pushing us closer and closer to poverty, higher expenses, higher bills, what you got to do is say, listen, I'm going to convert this ride. I'm not doing it for $13. I can't. I'll do it for 25 or 30. I can't do it for 13. And like last night when I told my people $50, I thought it was fair. $50, 25 minutes. It was a busy night. It's fair. Nope. First I said 30, and that's when the dude gave me the 20. And I was like, cool, I appreciate that, because I didn't let them tip or whatever. But then with the 50 or the 50 after that, when they gave me the 50, whatever, because I didn't let them tip, that's when I was like, this is what I'm talking about right here. So if you sit there and you allow me to build my own, I can resist poverty a lot easier than begging the apps for money. I'm not going to beg these apps for money knowing what their goal is. Their goal is to push you down, not to pull you up. You are the resistance. You are the resistance. You don't resist when you go to the apps. That's compliance when you go to the app, because the app is saying we're going to pay you less every year. We're going to pay you less with every update. We're going to update your phone again and pay you a little less. We're not going to have any black or black SUV at the Detroit, but you can still do Uber X and Uber XL at Detroit. So we're going to still take high pay, but we're going to pay you Uber X and Uber XL rates. This is what they're doing. You've got to resist it. And if you don't, you're allowing to happen. You're tolerating it. And this is one of the only channels out there. We don't tolerate that. Professor's channel, the same way. He shows what he's out doing during the day. He shows how he's making money. He's giving people the game in his course or whatever. If you want to know the basics to everything, he's trying to tell everybody exactly how to get it done. But we got drivers out there who don't believe fat meat greasy. They don't believe fat meat greasy. No, I'm just going to stay on the app. No, I'm not going to do nothing. I don't want to get deactivated. I'm going to keep my AR high, because if my AR is high, they'll give me better bangers. They're not giving you no bangers, man. They're not giving you that era is done. It's over. Jose, thank you, brother. Say one more, brother. You are giving some game. They can use it and change their life. Networking is the key. Salute. Appreciate it, brother. Because what that does, that right there even shows YouTube that we got some true support over here. Because YouTube sees all of what we're doing through super chats and through, super thanks. They see it all on videos and everything. When they start seeing that stuff pop up on videos, they start radiating it. And now it becomes people like you, drivers like you, people like me, drivers out there supporting other drivers, riders seeing the support, riders seeing the network. They don't see us as a bunch of lone wolf criminals looking for prey out there in the middle of the damn night, picking people up from bars. They see us as a team of people saying we want to take care of our communities. We're tired of them using AI and algorithms to extract money out of our communities. We're tired of that. This channel is a coalition of drivers who are fighting to resist poverty, fighting to resist the control that these apps have over us. And we sitting there looking at what they're doing. Oh, we're going to leave Colorado if y'all do that. Cool, that's fine. We're going to leave Minnesota. Cool. We're going to, not have Uber Black and Uber Black SUV at Detroit Airport. Hopefully everybody got their ducks in a row. If you ain't got your ducks in a row, what you going to do? You're going to be at the beckoning call of these apps. You're at the mercy of these apps now. It's like, man, last month, same ride, $137 plus $20 tip. There you go, Ben. There you go, brother. I turned down 3 trips, 78 miles for $58. They will not answer what my rate is. Yeah. Look at that. 137.20. And that's the thing, man. Ben, I was just saying that this is the only industry where the more experience you got, the lower you get paid. With the more experience you got, the lower you're going to get paid. So I'm like, we have to realize what they're doing to us and wake up to it. Thank you, Jesse, my man, Jesse. I appreciate that, brother. This is let me put that up real quick for you. Thank you for the super chat, my brother Jesse. He's here in Phoenix too. And like I said, Jesse, when I first met him, I met him at a Circle K lot. So we sit at Circle K over on 7th and Roosevelt. So we talking, man. We must have talked in that parking lot for at least a good hour and a half, 2 hours. We wasn't worried about no pings. We was just chopping it up, man. 2 businessmen in the parking lot chopping it up, talking about what we plan on doing, how we moving toward the future, and I think I still had the Beamer at the time, and how we're going to start upgrading what we're doing to get better. To this day, now he was driving a Hyundai Elantra, and he was kitting it out. He had TV screens in it, LED. He was doing everything possible to that Elantra, changing the service. He was out there getting private rides in a Hyundai. No black SUV. Listen to what I'm saying. No black SUV. This was a Hyundai Elantra. Advertising on Facebook. Every time I get on Facebook, I see his ads. I get on IG, I see his ads. This dude is out there hustling. He is working hard every day. Just last week, he bought an SUV. Apps ain't paying for that SUV. The apps didn't allow him to pay for that SUV. The apps aren't even paying him enough to get an SUV. But now he's built his business so far. He knows exactly what he's doing. He trusts himself to the point now where he can go out and buy an SUV and not even stress out. He ain't worried about getting deactivated. He ain't worried about, if they don't send me no surge, or if I don't get no challenge, if I don't get no quest. This dude advertises heavier than anybody I've ever seen out there. I see his ads on Facebook every time I get on there. I get on IG. Jab Rides. You see Jab Rides, Jab, Jab Rides, popping up. Jab Rides Phoenix. If you need a ride, hit me up. Jab Rides Phoenix. All over. And I'm like, man, that shit makes me happy. It makes me happy to see somebody not sitting there crying and shit. Oh, I'm going to get deactivated off the apps if they know I'm an independent contractor. I'm going to get deactivated. Bro said, man, I hope they do realize I'm an independent contractor and realize my time is worth something. And if you ain't going to pay me my worth, I'm going to go out and get my worth. Know that I'm an independent contractor. I hope you watching me. I hope you see me out there. He's in an algorithm. Jab Rides in an algorithm. It's popping up on my channel all the time. Jab Rides is on IG. I see it everywhere. He's in an algorithm because he keeps staying on his marketing grind. Not just 1, no, 2, 3, 4 times a day. Because Uber and Lyft is sending 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 emails to me a day. If they marketing that hard, you got to market harder. You got to come up with a new picture every 2, 3 hours. Jab Rides at it again. Come up with another picture 2 hours later. Jab Rides at your service. Another happy customer. Jab Rides cleaning up right now and this and that. Every 3, 4 hours, you got them because they doing that shit on Uber and Lyft. So if you're not doing it yourself, then you getting overshadowed by AI. You getting overshadowed by the algorithm. So I'm sitting there, and like I said, I watch people like Jesse. So when he went out and he got I think it's a Nissan 4Runner now. Well, it's not a 4Runner, it's a Pathfinder. It's the Pathfinder. So he went and he got the Pathfinder. Blacked out, nice as hell. It's white. getting tinted windows, nice wheels, everything. Now remember, everybody who's on my channel saying, oh, this is a black SUV channel. You losing me, man. This is a black SUV channel. I can't follow your content no more. This is black SUV. No, this is a growth and development channel. Jesse started with the gray Hyundai Elantra. We started chatting in the parking lot. This man now is cruising around in his own SUV that he worked hard to get for. Uber and Lyft didn't pay him for that. He worked to get that. He marketed to get that. He's passing out cards to get that. He's doing customer service to get that. So understand, this is a business where if you ain't out getting it, you're not going to get it. The bangers are done. You're not going to be getting all these, oh man, I just did, $70 for 3 miles back to back. You might get that once every blue moon. At unicorns now. Back when we started driving, oh man, we could get banger rides every hour. I mean, I was showing back when I was doing Lyft Lux in the BMW. I had the BMW. I made $3,600 in a week BMW doing an event week out here. And that's before I had the black SUV. And I would tell everybody, I said, and I used to say, even when I had my Beamer, I said, you know what? The one thing that I realized when I had that Beamer is that I have to follow all the black SUVs. And I would show on my videos everywhere I would go in that little orange ass car, that little orange sedan. I would show the whole lot, and everything around me was black SUVs. And I said, y'all know what? This is where the money's at. Wherever the black SUVs go, even though I'm a little car, wherever the black SUVs go, this is where the money's at. I would show it on the camera. Look at all these black SUVs. These were all private clients. These people were not ordering rides through the apps. They were private clients. I would every once in a while get a nice surge and pick up somebody by the black SUVs. But everybody was out their cars. They wasn't on the phones. They out the car smoking a cigarette. They chatting with each other and shit like that. These people ain't none of them like this. Decline. Ain't none of them like that. They out there living life. Like, hey, Jose, how you doing, bro? Hey, man, I'm good. I'm just out riding today, man. I'm making some money. They got my kids to the quinceañera. Like, motherfuckers having a good time and shit. I'm like, dude, they figured out the game already. What's up, Miss Lexi? So they figured out the game already. And I'm in a little ass fucking BMW, like decline, cancel, decline. Oh, I'm gonna convert that one. And he was like, hey, man, I'm going to go home. I just made $1,000. I got 2 clients today. I made $1,000. I think I'm done. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, these dudes is too smart, man. And I'm sitting there trying to convert rides. Oh, man, I'm going to get $35 for this one. I said, bro, you know what? It's time to start getting some $200 rides. It's time to start getting some $400 rides. I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. This ain't a black SUV channel. This is a channel that realizes business. I realized where the business was. Private rides. And Jesse realized the business. It's not black SUV, it's private rides. He went from the Hyundai and now he's got the Pathfinder now because private rides will cover that edge. The apps ain't paying us no more. And just like that video I dropped yesterday with the Detroit guys, what did that one driver say? He said, usually we come to the airport, we do black and black SUV at the airport. If not for my private rides, dude said, yeah, if not for my private rides. I was like, dude is slick. He's slick. He slipped that in, man. He slipped that in, and the news let him slip that in. The news didn't even catch it. He said it too fast. He let the world know on the news channel, I can do private rides as I'm on Uber, as I'm on Uber Black. I'm also an independent contractor. I can do private rides. The news let that slip. Because everybody, oh, y'all can't do private rides, man. You got to leave it on the app, man. You can't do private rides. Y'all going to get in trouble, man. Y'all going to get deactivated, man. The news let it slip. When you watch that video I dropped yesterday about Detroit, you going to hear that guy give y'all game. And he told the whole public right in Uber and Lyft's face. Oh, yeah, I do Uber Black. They're taking our money. If not for my private rides. I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. They let that slip. And I'm glad the news did. Because I need people to realize, oh, man, they're doing that. So if Uber Black and Uber Black SUV can't get it, but Guy said private rides, I need a private driver. They let it slip. Dude put game on. That one little clip right there made my day. When I saw that, I was like, they didn't even catch that. A lot of people didn't even catch it. It went right over their head. He was like, yeah, man, black and black SUV. Somebody commented on that video. A driver commented on my channel on that video. He said, you hear how he said private rides, Jeff? I said, yep. People are catching on. They catching on. He knew that driver dropped game for everybody. He knew. And I hope when people watch these videos, you're not just skipping through it, because there are little nuggets of information. Little things is going to help you get that extra edge if you're ready to play chess and you done playing checkers. There's little things out there. You're going to say, wait a minute. And you start putting 2 and 2 together. You start engineering a plan because you're listening to what's going on. So you putting 2 and 2 together and you're like, wait a minute. So I could do that. Okay. I see it. A lot of these drivers, man, they know. The news media don't even know. If the news media knew what that dude was talking about, they would have clipped that shit out. They said, hey, don't put private rides on there, because he's saying he's doing black SUV. Say, Steph, what's up? That's my little sister right there, Stephanie Watts. That's my little sis right there. Say, I don't even drive, but love to hear your stories, entertaining and educational. Makes me want to drive. Also convince drivers to convert and get paid more from listening to you. See, that's my little sister. That's my real actual blood sister right there. That's my little sister, Stephanie. And like I said, this girl, she's hip the game too. And I tell everybody, this is when I used to tell people when I was in Vegas. I said, people think because I have college, I'm the most successful. I'm the smartest. I'm this. I said, my little sister, she had already had, no, I think you only had 4 kids at the time. You had 4. You had you had Kiana, Soraya, and I think you had the twins. When you bought your house, you was like 23, 24. I don't even know. You were so young. And nobody in our family had bought a house before. This girl bought a house, like a full-blown house. And I'm like, I'm in college. Degree, accounting, I'm making money, I'm renting, I'm doing shit, I'm in Vegas. I'm like, this little girl just went out and bought a house. That's why I tell people, don't let people fool you and make you think accounting degrees make you better, or a degree in college makes you better, makes you smarter, makes you more successful. It's the moves you make in this world what's going to make you more successful. My little sister was making moves a long time ago. She still got the house. She got the house, and it's all equity. This house is all, she could sell a house and make bank. She's living somewhere else with the house still. All the kids got a place to call home. If they want to go stay there, do whatever this and that. The girl was legend before her time. She already figured the game out. That's why I tell people I'll never sell my house, because I'm copying my little sister. I'm copying her plan. Get the house, keep it. Don't get rid of it. Don't keep messing with it. Just let it sit. If you want to live somewhere, go knock yourself out, live somewhere else, but don't get rid of that house. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that, brother. And I tell folks, man, that girl, she was so sharp, even at a young age. Stephanie, I think the first time Stephanie made anything other than an A, I think she was probably in the 11th grade when the first time she made a B. She was in the 11th grade. She had never made a B in her entire life until she got to the 11th grade at Webster Groves. She made a B at Webster Groves, and we was like, you slipping. Who makes a B? And we say you slipping. I strive to get B's. I'm like, man, I can't live with these C's on my report card, motherfucker. Come on. This girl got a B. We was like, you slipping. That girl had never made a B. We was like, wait a minute. This girl is way too sharp, man. But she was always a critical thinker. And she likes to laugh and joke and chat and stuff like that. But her thought process and her critical, she thinks like in chess matches. And I'm serious, she will think in a chess match. For my little sister to like, and I didn't start having my kids till I was 28, and then again at 34. I think my little sister had already had all her kids. She's got 6. She's got a single, a set of twins, and a set of twins. Yes, twins running our family really, really big. Twins running our family. Like, we got a lot of twins and triplets in our family. So she in our family has 2 sets of twins. She's the one person who's got 2 sets of twins. So for her to grow up, and like, we grew up in Memphis. We grew up on food stamps. We grew up on Section 8. We grew up riding the Memphis city bus system. We grew up walking everywhere. For this girl to, in her early 20s, not late 20s, early 20s, to buy a house, to secure the funding to buy a house. And this was her house. This wasn't a government house. Secure funding, buy the house. I'm like, the shit just blew me away. It blew me away. Because most times you hear people, oh, you got baby daddies, you got this, you're on welfare, this girl already had equity. Now, she had 6 kids. All the dads were involved because they are all in St. Louis. So the dads were involved. The dads were helping out, doing everything they could do. Everybody's cool. But she didn't take no money from nobody. She didn't take nobody to court for no child support to say, if you want to help, you can help. She was always self-sufficient, always had a job, always got paid a lot. She worked for the post office, always got paid a lot. So she wasn't somebody who was saying, I need to help. I need to go out and get food. And we grew up on that shit. So we didn't want it. It was like, no, we grew up on it. We know what it's about. We know how to get up. This girl was a critical thinker. So when I see people out there saying, well, I need help. I'm like, from what I see, it ain't you need help. You need courage. You got people like my little sister out here. I know moms can make it. Single moms can make it. They can buy a house, not rent, not live with nobody. They could buy a house because I've seen it done. So you can't tell me it can't be done. I've seen it done. Buy a house before all of us, me, all my brothers, sister Tamika, all of us. My sister bought a house before all of us, and she had kids before all of us. So you can't tell me and make excuses that you can't make it in this world. You don't have the constraints. She had time constraints. She had children to take care of. She had things to do. She had job constraints, and she still made it. So when I hear people making excuses, I wear a shirt that says straight out of excuses. Because I have seen too much with my own eyes to sit here and make up an excuse for why I can't make it. I've seen too much. I've seen my own family doing too much. So if I sit there and I make up some excuse for why I can't, you know what? My little sister called me Jeff. What happened? How can I say it to her? I've seen her go from the most trial life a woman can have, the most trial life, and raise to the top to be sitting on top of equity. All her kids are very successful, not semi-successful, very successful. I think she's even got grandkids now. So I got great nieces and all that, great nieces, great nephews. See, I'm way on the West Coast, so I don't really see people a lot. But when I sit there and I think about life and how life played itself out, and I see how she parlayed it out, I tell people, I be laughing. I tell people all the time, I think I had my kids too late. I still got a kid right now that ain't even graduated high school yet. I'm like, I think I had my kids too late. Well, I'm like 51. I got a kid still in high school. And she had all hers early, and now she's living the most amazing, easiest, comfortablest life. She's got grandkids. She's kicking back. She's relaxed. It's my little sister. House already bought and everything, equity in it. You can learn a lot from somebody who really does well in life. You can learn a lot from that. You don't need to go to college to get a degree. You just got to pay attention. That's it. What up, Big Orange Kev, my brother? Hold on, let me see if Kev, are you at Kev, I think he already left that thing already. He already left it. I'm gonna drop a link real quick for you, Kev. Hold up for a second, because you probably already left the meeting. Oh, I keep forgetting it keeps doing double. But yeah, my little sister, I'm glad she swung through. Because like I said, we've been through a lot. Growing up in Memphis, making toast and putting peanut butter on the toast and then pouring sugar on it, doing like this. Darius, thank you, my brother. Man, oh man, I appreciate that, man. Hey, man, that touches my heart, brother. Man, all of us drivers appreciate everything you do for us here in Phoenix. Me personally, I have multiple ways of making income, but I love having a business and doing ride service. All love, brother. All love, brother. Man, I appreciate that, man. That really hits me in the heart, man. Because that right there is what helping build this channel. Things like that, man. When people really come through, it helps, man. I love it. I love it, brother. Oh, let me get ready to bring in my man Bighorn Kev real quick. You know, he was out doing something. I know he's out there, man. Darius out there throwing it, man. He's hooking us up. He's hooking us up, brother.
Hey, Darius hooked you up with a $50 one?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm seeing?
Man, yeah, that's
Darius, you the man,
right
bro.
There. Man,
I love that shit
right there.
Hell yeah.
So what's good with you? Hey, you just had a meeting today, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Talking about taking ownership of your business is what we basically talked about. A lot of people are joining Hum and they just don't get it.
Yeah.
You tell them, hey, like Marcel, he's making $5,000 a month. I'm making close to 3.5 to 4. How are you guys doing this? Well, one, we don't take no for an answer. Two, we know what we're doing and we're trying to pass that knowledge on. And you can either take it or leave it. That's what I tell people,
Yeah.
And like with Marcel, He has his way of doing things. If they listen to your channel, you have your way of doing things. I have my way of doing things. Together, you can take all three of us, pick the best parts that you like, and make it your way. You do you. I mean, and that's, Darius, I know Darius freaking, he's got to be doing something right, because if he's forking out $50, boom.
That's my brother right there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, he's supporting the barbecue big time. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
We gotta get Darius to shirt a barbecue shirt, man. We gotta hook him up. He's in Phoenix with us, so we gotta hook him up with some gear. He needs some gear, man.
And and like I said, like we always tell people, Jeff, it's you got to change your mindset. You can't wake up and say, no, I'm going to work for Uber and Lyft today. Uber and Lyft is a joke. It's a joke to comedians. It's a joke to late night hosts. Anybody that mentions Uber driver, it's part of a joke. So why do you want to be part of a joke? Screw that, man. When I get introduced by people to other people, this is our driver. I'm not the Uber driver. I'm not the hum driver. This is our driver, Kevin. He goes above and beyond for us. And boom, that's what it is.
And that's the thing, though. And I tell people about this. It was a lot of drivers out there. They take that badge of Uber driver, Lyft driver, because when it was new, it was cool. It was something new. Oh, I'm a Lyft driver. I'm an Uber driver. This is the only industry that pays you less. It keeps demoting you with every passing update. It demotes you and demotes you and demotes you. So at some point, you got to say, man, I don't want to be a bottom feeder. I don't want to be on the bottom on a barrel. We're independent contract. We're business people driving around in expensive pieces of equipment. We're doing customer service. We're doing navigation. We're doing logistics. And we've been paid like employees out here, man. It's like we're business owners. What do you mean?
Well, and I had one guy there. He's like, well, don't you think we should be asking for benefits and stuff like that? I said, if you want to be a true independent contractor, you're not going to ask for that. I said, because if you look at the people in New York, they wanted all that stuff and they got it. Then what happened? Well, Uber can only pay so much to this minimum wage that they're wanting to charge. So they only let a certain amount of drivers drive. I said, I don't want that to happen here. I don't want somebody telling me when I can get on the service and when I can't. That's not being an independent contractor. Like I said, home, for me, it's $1 a day. For other people, it's $1.30 a day. I've got commercial insurance. I don't like Jamil, and correct me if I'm wrong. He was paying $800 a month for commercial insurance.
They want to charge me $690 a month. Progressive wants $690 a month for me. $690, $22 a day.
When you can get it for $1 a day. Let's see. Let's do the math real quick, Jeff. Duh.
Yeah. I mean, it's common sense, bro. It's common sense.
Yeah.
And I see people sometimes in the chat, in the hum chat, and they're like, oh, yeah, man, since I'm not getting no pings, I'm just going to discontinue my subscription. I'm like, bro, if you're waiting on a ping on hum, it's never going to come. I maybe got 1 or 2 pings in the past year, but I've done so many scheduled rides on what you do with hum. I'm gonna drop game for hum people. Anybody with hum, let me drop some game for you right now. This is what I do. I'll go on my hum app. I'll go open it. I'm gonna open it right now. Whoops, let me go over here. I'll go open it real quick. Dang it. And once I open it, I go straight to the scheduled rides. That's what you do. You go to live request. The moment you open your app, do not try to turn it on to get a ride. Open it. Go all the way down to live request. When you hit live request, usually, like there's nothing in there now. Usually it'll be 2, 3, 4 rides in there. The addresses are there. The times are there. So I'll look for everything 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. And if it's in the daytime, I don't worry. If it's a PM, I don't worry about it. It has to be early AM. Those are the ones I look for. Anything PM, I leave for other drivers. But it's
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a hack, man. If it says something like, 5:45 p.m., 1:30 p.m., I don't touch it. It has to say 2:30 a.m., 4:30 a.m., because that gives me time to get up, get my car ready, get everything, find me a couple of Lyft and I find early morning Uber rides, like $20 for 19 miles. I'll do that because I'm going that way to get my client. That's my gas money. That's my breakfast money. So I'm going that way anyways. So I'll get the little shit ride, drive up there. It's like, cool. Now I'm sitting there and I see people in those chats and they go, oh, yeah, well, I'm not getting any pings. 100% of the scheduled rides I've done on hum, I've been tipped on. 100%. There's not been a single person that's not tipped me. Not a single one. I can go through each one of them. And the good thing is that sometimes you'll get the hum payment first, the $74, and then the $10 will come like the next day. It'll hit your bank account the next day. I'm like, yeah.
I got a ride I do every Friday. She was my first client when I got on with Hum. I do every Friday morning at 6 o'clock or 6:30. I take her 2 exits up the road on the 101, drop her off. The ride is $10. The next week when I pick her up, she tips me $5 from the week before. So that's 50% tip. Boom. You know, and it used to be, I used to do it every day, but then she went back to school. So boom, no problem. I still like it. She's a breath of fresh air on Friday. And hey, I get to start my weekend off with a Hum ride, you know, and makes you feel good. Now I will say one thing. I'm wearing my pronoun shirt, you know.
Me, you, we.
Yeah, me, you, we. There's my pronouns right there, dude.
Hell yeah.
All right.
What's your pronoun? Me, you, we. Me, driver. You, client. We, winning.
Winning.
I like that. What's your pronouns? Me, you, we. I like that. I'm going to use that. What's my pronouns? Me, you, we. What's that means? Me, driver, you, client, we, winning. KF, that's sharp, brother. That's sharp.
There we go.
Emmanuel says, when I move back to AZ, I will sign up with Hum. And I'm going to tell you why. And I believe, like I said, Hum doesn't pay me to sponsor. They don't sponsor me. They don't do nothing with me or whatever like that. I wish they would, because I would do more with them. Honestly, I would, but it seems unfair because I don't. But it's cool. I understand they're building. But the only reason why I really truly promote them, because I think drivers need that one weapon that's really going to scare the shit out of Uber and Lyft. And if Hum works, that's a weapon that they can't touch. We have private commercial insurance. This is commercial insurance for private rides in Idaho, in Arizona, and San Diego. And if it spreads and people come in and they pay the subscription fee, they get on at Hum, it can only go up from there. This is what the driver to the airport in Detroit, if they don't have commercial insurance, if they're not paying $700, $800, $900 a month, if they're not paying that, they don't have commercial insurance. We're paying $30 a month with what they get for $800 a month.
Yeah.
The apps are scared of that. Uber and Lyft are scared of that, man. They are scared of it.
Well,
because if we can go out and
promote,
was that?
People are worried. Well, is Hum working? Yeah, it is. What has Uber and Lyft done since we've started, Jeff, over a year ago? Remember, one of our basic things for Hum is no surge pricing. What is Uber and Lyft doing now? Oh, well, if you buy a subscription to us, you don't have no surge pricing. Oh, hey, where'd that come from? Hum. They're trying to compete with us.
They're watching us, man. They're watching us.
So,
and with no surge pricing, drivers aren't getting paid. If they don't surge, you don't get paid. That's what drivers need to understand. If they don't surge doing these events, you're not getting paid. See, me, I get paid because I'm doing private. I base it based on the traffic, the time, the people. This is what I'm basing my price on. So I don't have to surge. I just say this is what's fair, and they say, okay, that's cool, and they pay it, and they tip me on top of it. But if they don't,
it's like I told one of the guys today, I purposely overpriced a ride. It was like normally I would charge probably $60. I didn't really want to do the ride. I said, well, I'll just overprice myself, and they won't do it. I said $100. Okay, shit. Now I got to do the ride.
Because like I'm trying. I should have said 1,000. Like shit. I got to do right. No, but see, that's the thing, though, man. With a weapon like Hum, people don't understand the power of being able to have commercial insurance and to do a ride for somebody with their company credit card, saying, "Well, you know what? I'm going to put you on this app, and I could take you to the airport tomorrow. You get a receipt, you get all this." I mean, people don't understand you need to have the power in your hands in order to make this work for you as an independent contractor. When you're delegating that power or relegating that power to Uber and Lyft, and you say, Uber and Lyft, please have power over me. Please collect my tips for me. Please pay me the right amount. Please pay me fair. Please send me trips. You're relegating power to the crooks. It's
exactly.
Like you're an independent contractor. Don't give all your power to people that's stealing from you. It's like, that's why I'm like, how do I not get tips on Uber and Lyft? I'll get 1 out of 10 tips on Uber and Lyft. 1 out of 10. On Hum, 10 out of 10. You can't tell me people that drive on Uber and Lyft just don't tip. They tip, but we just don't get it. That's why they're always sued for shit like that.
Yeah.
Man.
And then, I mean, you don't let a wolf disguised as a sheep into your hen house. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
So, and I
Yep.
mean, that's what we're doing. We're telling, hey, I see the sharp teeth. You're taking money away from me. Get out of here. And that's what, like I said, Uber and Lyft, they bring the market to you and say, take it or leave it. You've got no choice. Take it or leave it.
As independent
Well,
contractors.
yeah. What Hum lets you do is it lets me go to the market and say, hey, I'm a better service than Uber and Lyft. I'm dependable. I'm reliable. I've got great service. I've got a great clean car. I drive responsibly. Boom. I've
Yep.
got all this stuff that I'm marketing myself with. And boom, that's just it. I get to market myself. Hum doesn't market me. Uber doesn't market me. And Lyft doesn't market me. They don't say, hey, we've got Kevin. Well, they may say it on when they request, when I fill a request, hey, you're getting a 5-star driver. It'll show up, hey, I'm a 5-star driver. Well, great. But, for the most part, you can be a 5-star driver and just not say a word,
Yeah.
you know. But, like
That
with
would
me,
be
hey,
me.
hey, can you play Yacht Rock on your freaking Sirius? Hell yeah. What channel is it? Boom. Hey, can you play freaking some hip hop? Sure. What channel is it? Or here, let me find it. I got a
Yep.
menu,
Exactly.
Can you
Yep.
play freaking, what the hell is that guy's name? Uh, Justin Timberlake. Like I said, I can't stand that guy's music. But hey, a ride of mine was going to his concert. I freaking piled up the YouTube music list. Even videos were playing, so boom.
Yeah.
And hey, got me $100 tip. Boom.
And that's what we do. And
And like it's,
when people are paying their tips into the Uber and Lyft system, Uber and Lyft siphons those tips because they know that we don't
yeah,
get them. If our devices are not connected, like if somebody's in my car, then Uber and Lyft knows the devices are close. But if I've
yeah,
already left their house already and they're at home and they tip me, Uber and Lyft knows I'm not going to see it. So they're siphoning all the tips. That's why I say, let us see if your devices are nearby. I turn that shit off every time because I know what they're doing. They want to know where you're located, whether or not you know this person's even tip you or not. And if you don't know, they ain't giving it to you. Oh, Jeff has no idea this dude
exactly.
just tipped him $25. Give him $1. $1 tip
Yeah,
pops up. I'm like, yeah, man, that's why I'm like, nah, keep it. I bear, like I said, I did one trip. And as busy as this week has been, as crazy busy, I've done one trip on Lyft all week. One. Because I'd rather just do private rides. I'm tired of them stealing from me. Don't steal from me because it irritates me for you to steal from me and for me to keep showing up to your platform to be stolen from. No, when I get on your platform, I'm looking for clients. I'm not looking for you to steal from me no more. I don't want you, oh, Jeff, we're going to give you a ride. Hey, and we're going to pay you this and we're going to give you a tip. No, you're not. I'm just here for the clients. That's it. It's
yeah.
like, and I'm, like I said, I'm
Or
glad, was that,
my favorite tip is the penny. Okay,
yeah,
What'd you steal from me? There's no way in their
man,
right mind is somebody
no.
going to tip me a penny.
10 cent
Not
one
unless,
time. I'm like, come
not
on.
unless I cussed you out on the way there anyway. You
Yep,
know?
exactly. And that's what they're doing. And they're being sued for it, man. And yet they said now
Yeah.
Hum is contracted with an NEMT company. It'll be good filler money during the slow periods. Oh, yeah. I heard about that. They're
Yes.
doing NEMT rides now.
Yeah. I'm going to training on Monday, by the way.
Okay,
So
cool, cool.
I will report back to the 300 on how that's going.
All right, let me know, man. Because like I said, NEMT, it's a big insurance business right now. Because the one thing I like about NEMT, and I hope Hum does it right. I hope does it right. And I love his shirt. I hope what they do is they see what the payout from insurance is going to be for that ride, and they give the driver a serious cut of it. They don't say, "Oh, well, the payout ride is $125. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the driver, $1 a mile, and then give him $1 a minute, and then we're going to take so the driver might make $18-$19 out of the 125, and then the two companies split whatever's left. That shit just won't be fair to me. Because to me, that's going
Exactly.
to look like somebody using drivers as tools. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, because if the driver's doing this, we're doing extra care. We're doing care with people with wheelchairs, walkers. We're helping people. We're having
Yeah.
conversation. We're cleaning our cars out because a lot of them smell like diapers. They just smell like
Oh yeah.
diapers. So we got to clean our cars out and shit. So if we're not being compensated for that, then what's the point of me I'll just keep doing private rides. I won't do NEMT. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of companies are doing that. They're saying, we want you to do our medical rides because you got people I used to work corporate. You got people in suits nice ties and everything. They sitting around creating these ways to make money in these boardrooms. Most of the times they're creating money on the board. It's not to make other people rich. It's to make themselves rich. So they go, how can we use these people to get us all money? How can we do that? I've been in boardrooms.
Exactly.
I'm not an idiot. The fact that I have been in boardrooms my whole life, and the fact that now I'm in the trenches with everybody else, that is deadly for corporations that try to come rip off anybody in the 300. It's deadly because I've been in the boardroom. I know what it's like to be on the, well, if we use all these people, we all become rich and we can go to, yacht parties and we can, have caviar and eat sushi and shit all day. And the workers can just keep working. No, flip it. Like if you want to do this, just get a cut of what the drivers are doing. And then you magnify that cut by increasing the volume of riders you're using. You don't say, well, we're going to get a bigger cut. And if the driver wants to make more money, the driver has to work harder. At that point, the driver, like what Uber and Lyft are doing, you want to make money, work 80 hours instead of 40 now. It's like, what? Yeah, you got to work twice the amount of time, twice the amount of hours to make the same amount of money you used to make. That's what corporate does. You want to make more money, work more hours. No, we're not doing that. It's like, no, we've been down that road and it doesn't work for Americans. It just don't work for Americans. That works for like third world countries, working people to the bone in sweatshops and shit. It don't work for Americans. So you got to flip that. If you want to use us for more hours, you need to get us more clients and pay us more. That way we can do higher volumes. Everybody wins. Everybody eats. Everybody has a retirement account set for when they're done doing this shit. Everybody has insurance that they're paying on their own. Don't use people like dogs and then turn around and say, well, if you want to make more, just work more. No, private rides. I'm back. It's like, because like I said, I'm big on that, man. I was corporate for too long. I know the game too well.
Yep.
So like I said, hopefully Hum comes in and say, hey, we're going to do NEMT and this is what we're going to do. You guys are going to make a lot more than you'd make doing a normal route of this magnitude. You're going to make a lot more. And we're going to increase the volume. Like if Hum wants more money or anybody involved wants more money, increase the volume. Don't take away driver cut, because that's what Uber and Lyft did. They're taking away driver cut. Don't take away increase the volume of rides we do so you can make more volume, but keep our cut fair. That's it. Just keep it fair.
Exactly.
Yeah. That TR says, hey, drivers, if you rent from Uber or Lyft, they take 80% of your ride. That's why you get $13 airport rides. Don't rent, go buy a car. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I love it when Uber and them send me that Lyft or rent from Hertz or rent from this person. Dude, why am I adding to my bottom line? And like I said, my car's paid for. So, and hey, I keep up on the maintenance, and it doesn't. Yeah. All I'm paying for is my regular insurance and my monthly tags or my yearly tags. That's it. That's the only thing I'm paying, and fuel. And like I said, when I had that big $600 payday, it only cost me $30 in fuel.
That's it.
So $570. Boom. Freaking stuff. Went home, took some money out, and like you, put some money in the envelope for the tires that I'm eventually going to need. Not soon, but eventually going to need, so I can put a little bit for them. Here before summer, I've already got enough saved up in an envelope for the radiator flush and the AC check, just to make sure. Hey, I don't want that going out in the middle of summer and have to do the dual 50.
Yeah, exactly.
150 degrees. You ain't cooling anything down by keeping all the windows open.
Yep. And see, that's the thing. What I talk about on this channel with drivers, man, is like the more you work, you should be wanting to work normal hours. 40 hours is a normal week. Work anywhere between 5 and 8 hours a day, whatever. That's a normal week, especially on the road. These roads are dangerous. That's normal. What the apps are trying to do is, like Kev said, they're trying to increase your bottom line. They're trying to increase all your expenses to force you to work more hours because they're decreasing your pay. And they know a desperate driver is going to work more hours. So if they're decreasing your pay, cutting into your money by either renting your car, doing something screwy, you're going to end up paying the app more to do more work. It's like you're paying them to work overtime. And I've never heard nobody paying somebody to work. I'm going to pay you to work overtime. I'm paying you more, so I'm getting paid less, and I'm going to pay you more so I can work overtime for you. It's like, no, that shit don't even make sense. And these people are doing it, man. They're doing it. And I'm like, oh yeah, man, I worked 12 hours yesterday. I made, $311, 12 hours. And I'm like, that's crazy. If you put me on these streets for 12 hours, you put me on these streets for 12 hours and you allow me to be an independent contractor. Oh shit, I'll probably make $1,000. It was like, jeez, I'm out. Like, no, I'm gonna at least make at least $100 an hour. So that's $1,200 if you put me out there for 12 hours. It was like, shit, no, I'm not being out there for 12 hours for no $300. No.
Well, I told one driver at this meeting too, it's like, hey, you don't want to be working 70 hours a week. He goes, what? I said, yeah, you don't want to be doing 70 hours a week. I said, because one, if you're doing 70 hours with Uber and Lyft, you're giving them 2 drivers for the price of 1.
Yep, and that's how they look at it.
Because
they're paying everybody half of what we used to make. You're getting 2 drivers for the price of 1. That's it. Yeah. And that's what they did in the recession.
Nobody pays overtime. Nobody pays overtime.
No, and that's what they did in the first recession. I remember when they were laying everybody off, but they were laying everybody off to save money on salaries. And as they're laying everybody off, they're giving the duties that those people did to the people that stayed. But the people that stayed are taking 15 to 25% pay cuts just to stay because we're going through the first recession. So they're laying all these people off, giving all these people work to whoever's left and saying, well, we're also going to pay you about 20% less than what you normally. So if you're making $80,000 a year, we're going to knock off 20,000. We're going to take off 16 grand. So you're only going to get like $64,000 or something like that a year now. And it's like, so you add the duties. So I'm working more, but you're taking money away from me. That's Uber and Lyft. They're doing recession accounting. Yep. They're making everybody work way more duties, way more hours, paying you less. And they're saying, well, if you want to work more, just keep working more. It's like, no, I'm going to work smarter. I'm just going to start doing private rides because if I do private rides, it cuts y'all completely out. And now I control my shit. Y'all don't control nothing I do now. And I think that's catching up because I told everybody, you got the point of elasticity, but you also got the point of ingenuity where people start figuring shit out. The point of elasticity is where people break. I broke, I'm done. Point of ingenuity is where you say, I figured it out now. That's the point they didn't want us to hit. And we came to that point now.
Well, I mean, and that was last year. I mean, like I said, when I did that one Lyft ride, I thought it was a good ride, $25 from just north of Old Town Scottsdale. I mean, well, they probably paid about $40 for this ride. And then I look and they paid 75 and I got 25. What the fuck are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, I would have been livid.
I'm not leaving that much on the table anymore. I'm not. It's stupid to do that.
And they're doing it to everybody.
That's what kind of changed my mindset that, hey, I need to do more with home than I need. I want to be in where I'm taking 80 or 90 or even the full ride or even more. Like I said, and that's what it is I started out making, hey, maybe I'll take 75% of the ride. Then it's like, well, no, let's see if we can get 80% now. Yeah, we're getting 80%. Well, you know what? Let's shoot for 100%. All right, I'm getting 100%. That's, like I said, that one I overpriced big time. And okay, shit, Man, so and that was it.
I tell a lot of people my prices are high because I'm setting my prices for the time that I'm going to actually show up early, wipe the truck down, have the floors clean. All the floors are clean. All the drinks are in the drink holders. This is not an Uber ride. It's not a Lyft. We're better. We're not cheaper. We're better. So when you get in the car, you got ice cold waters. You got clean floors. Nobody just hopped out before you hopped in. The seats are all nice. And, I got Lysol. Everything's all clean. The interior of the windows are wiped down with Windex. So all the windows even smell good. Even the door handles even smell good. Everything's clean. You're not just jumping in and out of some bus fare level Uber driver's car all day and just going to and from. You're getting a private ride that's made for specifically you. I'm here for you. I'm not here for anybody else. So people like that and they pay a little more for that. And for the people that say, hey, you know what? I'd rather just take an Uber. Cool. Maybe that's the level of life you own. Cool. But some people, they view themselves a little bit better. Some people, would rather go buy a McLaren than buy like a Nissan. because maybe they're on a level where they want to buy a McLaren. Some people rather buy a house than rent an apartment because they say, I just want to buy a house. I don't want to rent. Some people rather eat at Red Lobster than eat at McDonald's because that everybody's on a different level of life right now. So we're looking for the people who want to eat at Red Lobster, Houston Steakhouse, Raw Sushi. We're not looking for people who want to go to Burger King. We're not looking for those.
Yeah.
Those people, there's other people out there for that. Their bumpers might be hanging off, their hubcaps and shit are missing, and they can't take somebody to Houston Steakhouse. We can. So we're going to stay on our level, and they stay on their level, and everybody wins. Everybody could be serviced. So I tell people, I don't want every client because not every client is on my level. You got cheap ass clients out there, man. I'll give you $25. You keep that 25, man. You can just get an Uber ride for that shit. Like, nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. It's like this right here is a $75 ride in black SUV. Oh, I'll give you like 25. Keep that. You good? It's like, oh, it's like I'm not that cheap, bro.
It was funny yesterday, that concert that was going on at State Farm. I was sitting there waiting for a private client, and I had like a $16 surge on Uber. And it was funny. They said $29 to go from Scottsdale to State Farm. I laughed. Oh, you got to be shitting me. I wouldn't even do that on frickin' home. And it just so happened a home ride came by, and it was like $62 on home. I'm like, fuck yeah, I would rather do a home ride for twice as much. You know, even though I probably wouldn't even do that home ride. I mean, if I'm going clear across from Scottsdale to State Farm, that's at least $100 for me.
Easily. Yep.
Yeah, you know.
And
you know, like I said, and I learned this from Jerry. I took one of his clients. It was in Mesa here, and you know, it's 65. And then I took another client of his in Mesa, and he said 65, and wasn't even near. It was closer to the airport. And I told him, I said, well, is your flat rate for Mesa 65? And he goes, yeah. I said, all right, cool. I'm going to do that too. You know?
Yep. And that's what works though, and a lot of people like that consistency in price, and not only that, but they like to budget for it. Because some people say, you know, I'm going to budget for X amount of dollars because that's just, you know, if I say I want to budget, you know, $100 this weekend for my transportation, then they budget $100 this weekend for transportation. Just like going out of town, you budget money for entertainment, you budget money for transportation. And people want to spend the money. Like I said, they want to pay us. People want to pay us because they've already budgeted that money already, and they want to actually make it make sense. I want a reliable driver, a clean car, somebody I trust, no drama, no arguments. None is going to leave a bad taste in my mouth when I leave. Like, man, why the fuck did I take Uber? I can't stand. No, they know they're going to get the same consistent driver each time, and they don't mind paying for that. They pay for the consistency, and that's what it is. Yeah. And when people say, man, you make $50, you make like $50 in like 30, 40 minutes. I'm like, yeah. Like, we're not Uber drivers. We're private drivers. We're not Uber drivers. If you want somebody who's making $9 in 30 minutes, you got to talk to an Uber driver. It's like, that's not what we own. Like, we got I got to pay for Spotify. Uber and Lyft ain't paying for Spotify. Because yesterday when we were going to the concert, every time they said a song or whatever, boop, no commercials, no nothing. It's Spotify. It costs money. I got to pay for that subscription. And I don't mind paying for it because it helps my clients and it helps me do a better service. Because when people say, hey, can you play this and that by the weekend? Type it in, it's playing. It ain't, thank you for using Petco supplies. And with Pet, I was like, yeah, wait till this commercial is over. It's past the mood now. You've killed the mood. You got a Petco commercial going. They killed the mood now. So it's like sometimes just pay for that little upgrade. And like a lot of Uber drivers, and I don't knock them. Uber and Lyft don't pay enough. So a lot of them may not have, you know, Spotify Premium and YouTube Premium and all, because these apps don't pay you enough to take care of these customers at the level they deserve to be taken care of. They pay you for the bare minimum ride, and that's what you get with Uber and Lyft, the bare minimum ride. We're not cheaper, we're better. Yep. So when people say, well, it's cheaper on Uber, of course it's cheaper on Uber because it's Uber. It's like, we're not Uber.
I told somebody the other day, they're like, well, what if your rate is more than Uber and Lyft? And they say they want to use Uber and Lyft. I say, fine, go for it. You know, if you want to use Uber and Lyft, that's fine. I'll move on. There's somebody else that's going to take your place that's going to pay me what I'm worth. I don't fret over it. You don't want to take me? Fine. See you later. I mean, I did that one time last year. A guy, I offered him to do a week's worth of rides because he was going to fill in a gap for me between private rides that I was doing daily. He was going to fill in a gap for me. I was like, dude, you would fill in this ride would fill in a much needed gap that I need to fill. and I'll do it for $100 a week, $20 a day. And he goes, "Oh yeah, I'll text you on Monday." All right, cool. Just text me. Let me know. Hey, if it's good to go, and I'll be around. I'll be within freaking, you know,
That's
5 minutes of you.
That's it.
So Monday comes around, nothing. So like 2 months later, I get him again on Lyft, and I didn't say anything, but I knew who it was. He goes, "Hey, are you that guy that was going to do it for $100?" I said, "I was that guy." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Now it's 125." What? I said, "Yeah."
Today's price is not yesterday's price.
Yeah, man. I gave you a deal with $100, and now it's 125, dude. You snooze, you lose.
Yep, exactly. Because things change, man. We upgrading equipment, we're upgrading our styles. We get raises like every other industry gets raises. As we get more experience and as we get better at what we're doing and our equipment gets better and we get better at navigating and we get better equipment like phones and stuff like that, our price has to go up a little bit. Every company, every industry you've ever dealt with, the prices go up a little bit. For some strange reason, the rideshare industry, prices go down. People are being paid less with every update that comes out on these apps, and they're okay with it. And the apps know they're okay with it because their AR never changes. When your AR starts tanking, that's when the apps know, okay, we're at the point of elasticity. These people are breaking. Look at their ARs. ARs are all starting to tank now. We're at the point of elasticity. You let it get too low, it ain't about elasticity no more. Now it's about the point of ingenuity. The AR is going to completely just be non-existent, and now people are going to start figuring ways out how to get their income. And now that whole scientific experiment with let's see how low we can get these drivers to take, that point of elasticity experiment backfired. And now these apps are like, oh shit, everybody's doing private rides. They got their own insurance. They got driver networks now. They got, man, it's like, that shit didn't work. The little game didn't work. And this is one of the only channels out there that exposes that game and say, do not be scared to go out and get your own money. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
And all the other channels, I don't want to do that.
And Jeff, it's like I always said at all these meetups from day one. No one is going to call in Uber and Lyft. Hey, you need to deactivate Kevin. He just saved me $20 on a ride. No one's going to do that.
Exactly. So I don't know how these people are like, oh yeah, Ryder called on me. I'm like, because he was probably an asshole. Because I know a lot of drivers who are assholes. Not every driver out there has great customer service skills. 100% it's impossible for everybody who's an Uber driver to have great skills. Impossible. There's some drivers out there who are mean, like the girls who took the Uber Black, and they ended up saying, we're so glad we got, because the Uber Black wouldn't even let them play their own music, wouldn't give them a phone charge, and wouldn't let them play music. So I'm like, these are the type of people who are driving these cars out there on these professional tiers, not even being professional drivers. I'm like, no, they just got car keys, man. So once you get to a certain level and you're like, you know what, we're going to start taking care of services ourselves. We command better pay. We make better pay. We get better clients. Clients treat us better. And people are like, oh man, I just use you every time. And I'm like, you can. Here's my card. Use me, man. No problem. But definitely, man, look, my AR is 12%. A few days ago, it was 2%. Yeah, and I think that's what they're doing with the AR too. They're making stuff drop off to make our AR look like it was higher or lower. It's crazy. Because my AR on Lyft or Uber the other day was actually high. I was like, wait a minute, I don't even drive this app. I think shit's just dropping off. Let me see something. Let me look in here. Oh, my AR says 12%. Okay, so my cancellation is 10%. My AR is 12%. They say I need to be at 90% in order to hit my goal. If I'm at 90%, then I can hit my goal. But I'm at 12%. I'm not hitting no goal. Like, nah. I'll never get to 90% AR on Lyft. Ever. It's impossible. They got to send a lot of bangers for me to get there.
My AR went up because I was doing some Harriet Tubman type stuff. So accepting the ride and then, doing the Harriet Tubman to keep the surge, well, it throws it as an acceptance. But my cancellation rate is 65%. I had it as high as 89% at one time. They're like, you didn't get deactivated? No, I didn't get deactivated. They sent me a little note, but they didn't even know what they were talking about when they sent me the note.
And then on mine, Yeah, they send me suspension messages all the time. Canceling too often will lead to a suspension. Just go offline if you don't take rides. I'm like, no, it's not about me going offline. It's about you sending better rides that make sense. Quit sending bullshit. It's surging right now. And even with surge, y'all are paying like $6 for rides during surge, which means you're charging these people $21, $22, and you're giving me $6 out of that. I'm not an idiot. It's like, no. So damn,
exactly.
Derek said this shit was up 26% cancellation. Last week it was 42%. Oh yeah. Damn. Eric says this is 79% cancel. That's crazy. 79%. And that's the thing, man. They not ready, man. Florida's not ready for you, Eric, man. Florida ain't ready yet. They too used to doing a pigeon rides, and they out there taking all this shit, and they're poster board picking and up. Now they're not used to you, man. Arizona drivers, once we leave and we go to another state, we've been doing some crazy shit out here. We get some
I mean, if you think about that one live stream you did from the meeting, I had a 1% AR.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was,
Lyft or Uber was calling me, hey Kev, can you do a ride today, man? We just want to know. We're not going to float all these rides to you.
Just let us know, man. Send us a text, Kev. If you want to do a ride, send us a text. It's like 4%. Like, shoot. Yeah, that's what I said, man. I mean, if I'm not ready to take no rides, I just nope. I'll convert. If it's a mile or two away, let's go convert this ride. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
I get 0 the other day. Oh shit! Somebody hit 0% AR, and these apps they don't know what to do right now. They don't know what to do. They're stuck right now. They're like, shit, man. We try to push these drivers as low as possible so we can trick the investors into thinking we're really doing well. And now we're doing worse off than what we started because everybody's going private. It's like, man. It's like I told you, Jeff. My first Uber ride down in Florida, they sent me here and I converted. He converted his first Uber ride in Florida. He was like, I'm not doing that shit.
Exactly.
He said, $100. I'll do it for $100. He's like, man, Glenn said, my acceptance rate is 0. Because they just, man, when they send in trash. And I feel sorry for those guys up in Detroit because their AR is about to take a hit because these Uber Black and Black SUV drivers, they don't understand how it is on UberX and Uber XL when the only thing coming through is just pure trash. I don't even turn on Uber because it's just pure. If you don't have a surge, like yesterday, like Derek even said, he said, hey man, there's a $22 surge and I was sitting in the Fry's parking lot. I was like, well, the shit is right down 70 and then you got to go down to 10 or the 60 and you go down to 10. They was like, ain't that closed right now? I was like, shit, probably. So I ain't gonna make it. Within a matter of seconds, that surge disappeared. It was nothing. I was like, man, that's why I'm glad I didn't leave. I would have been mad as hell.
Yeah, and I mean, and like I remember us doing that, Jeff. 2 years ago? Yeah, about 2 years ago, man. Like I said, look what we were doing. We were taking 2 or 3 mile rides and hoping, we got like a $7 or $8 surge to, make it like $5 a mile or something. I laugh at $5 a mile now. I mean,
I know it, man.
I can't believe what I used to do.
Man,
it's like Jesus.
And I know some regions are like that. They don't have the ability to do short rides with surge. I get it. Not all regions, but everybody has a region where a rider wants to pay for a ride. That's what it is. Every region has a rider that wants to pay for that ride. You have to be that driver to get that rider to pay you now. That's it. So we don't have no banger rides out here, man. We don't got banger rides. We don't have this. We don't have that. It's like, well, shit. You've got to talk it up. You've got to go out there and you've got to speak up on your money. Like I said, lesson number 3, you don't speak, you don't eat. That's just what it is, man. You got to get out there and get it.
Pull out your pronouns, dude. Pull out your pronouns.
Yeah, exactly. Me,
you, me, we.
Oh, so I'm in Detroit now. Sad about the airport, man. Yeah, that airport's crazy, man. Detroit. I hope those drivers, man, like I said, I know a lot of us, we don't really share the videos. I try to get out and I share a few of my videos here and there, but it's hard for me to share them when I'm the one doing it because it kind of looks kind of like gaudy for me to be sitting there sharing my own videos everywhere. But I'll share 1 or 2 here and there. But what you guys got to do, especially a lot of people I'm not in a lot of Facebook Uber and Lyft groups because those groups are for pigeons looking for pigeon support. So it's hard to get people on those Facebook groups and stuff like that to grab them and to say, hey, this is how you guys got to do it. This is what we're going to start doing. no, we don't have commercial insurance. You're going to wreck somebody's car. And it's just all just like negative ass energy about broke energy. Stay broke, stay poor, stay broke, stay poor. Don't do nothing to help yourself get money. And I'm like,
Exactly.
are these app employees in these damn Facebook groups? Because these look like Uber and Lyft app employees. These don't sound like independent contractors. Stay on the app. Don't get off the app. You know, take what you're going to take. Just drive more. Just take more rides. Just stay out longer. Stay out fast. You know, do that. Stay out when it surges. And I'm like, these got to be people who have accounts. They're app employees. These cannot be drivers. And that's why I stopped going to Uber and Lyft groups a long time ago. I just stopped because I'm sitting there putting my channel and everything on the line for all these haters to come to my channel. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I used to block ban the shit out of a lot of them because they coming over here trying to fuck up our flow. We making money.
The BBC.
Yeah, the BBC. Black Man Crew. It's like, y'all over here fucking with us, man. So we say, you know what? Y'all keep y'all negative, broke ass energy where y'all at. It's cool. Enjoy it over there. But we have a different level of energy over here. We're trying to make money over here. We're moving in a different direction. So keep your broke energy where it is. We ain't gonna come over there and influence your broke energy. We won't mess with it, but don't come over and influence our money energy either. Just leave us be, and we'll leave y'all be, and we'll see y'all on the next GoFundMe.
Yeah.
My car blew up. Can anybody donate $50? Like, man, we out here trying to get it, man.
My car only has 3 tires.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, that's crazy. So they stay on the apps, and it was still 22 when I almost daily lived with Papa $50 token in the airport. Those days are long gone. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
because they know they don't have to now. They can put $1.25 surge at the airport, and people are gonna be taking them damn rides like it's hotcakes. Like it's going. I'm like, bro, I look at these airport surges, $2.50, $2.25, $1.25. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm doing an airport ride with an extra $2.50 way the hell out the Fountain Hills for $23. Like, no, I'm cool. I'll do that for 120 maybe, but not for no 20. No, I'm cool. That's a lot. And the rider be, oh yeah, I paid $119 for this ride. Yeah. And what did the rider get? 24. The driver got 24. And so I'm like, nope, not messing with it. And that's why when people used to convert rides back in the day from the airport, they would all go to the airport and convert. I'm like, you got to catch people before they even go to the airport. Catch people so when they come back, you're already, and that's how I get a lot of my clients from airport. I catch them when they're just doing rides around the city or doing this and that, and I talk about airport. So when they do gotta go, they hit me. Hey Jeff, you say you do airport, right? Yeah. Hey, me and my wife, we gotta go to the airport. We gotta be there at 3:00 in the morning. Can you do that for us? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. No problem. Oh, thank you so much, man. That's what I do. And now there's one less conversion I got to do because I converted them before we even got to the airport.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's just it too. Is I'm kind of almost the exact opposite. I'm getting them, airport rides, and then now once I do a few airport rides, and they know that hey, Kevin's reliable, both taking me to the airport and picking me up from the airport. They know I'm reliable. So now it's like, hey, do you do like, hey, if me and the wife want to go out for dinner and something? Yeah. What do you want to do? I've got 2 options for you. A, I take you if you're going to spend more than an hour at dinner, like 2 or 3 hours. I'm going to work the apps and just pick up some chump change around for like an hour and a half, and then I'll come back and I'll wait for you guys to get done. I'll text you when I'm back in the parking lot, and you guys can just let me know when you're walking out. Boom! I take them home. I don't charge them for the first ride. I charge them when we get back to their place, and boom,
Yep.
And that all started from just, hey, are you reliable? Can I depend on you to do this? And like I said, that one idea that I have too with people that have had too much to drink. I tell them, hey, I'm going to reward you for not drinking and driving and calling me. The next day when you got to go get your car, it's only going to cost you half. Because, hey, you chose. And I tell them too, I said, hey, it's protecting my fellow drivers out there. I don't want you hitting Jeff while you're drunk. I don't want you taking out his freaking Expedition. I don't want you taking out his Beamer,
Hell yeah. And that's right there. That's a good sales point. If you're picking up somebody, if you're dropping them off at home the night before and they're drunk, just say, hey, as I'm dropping you off, call me tomorrow and I'll take you back to get your car for half price. That's a great sales point right there. It's like they're like, oh damn, you gonna give me a discount? Yeah, I'll take you all the way back to your car tomorrow for half price, man. Oh shit. I'm definitely calling you then. Man, you do like Just think Sunday,
Yeah.
all your rides could be rides back to pick up people's cars, and you might make $200-$300 like in about 3 hours. You're like, dude, I've just been driving around for like 3-4 hours taking people back to get their cars, and I already made $200.
But believe it or
Like,
not,
man,
that's what I used to do a
yeah,
lot of my Sunday morning rides.
yeah,
That's where I came up with the
that's
idea.
it. Yep, that's Sunday. Sunday is just return rides. It's return ride Sunday. Just I'm taking everybody back to get their cars. Quick $200. Be like, damn man, this is easy money. And it's all the people from the night before, so half of them are kind of hanging over, and they just like they don't really talk. They listen to some music.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
man,
it's
I'm
just
gonna
that
be.
easy.
Yep. Hey man, we got to do it, man. We got to make this. This is gonna work out, brother. This is gonna work out. We fighting back. I don't want any city to end up like Detroit or Colorado or Minnesota. Do not end up like these places.
Yeah.
Don't end up like New York, where they're throttling you and just taking you offline until the demand goes up, and we'll put you back online. And it's like, no, you got to do stuff different, man. You got to go out, get your own clients. And for people to say, well, I can't get clients, I can't, that's an excuse. And when you make an excuse, you end up in poverty. Because excuses, like I say, excuses lead to poverty, solutions lead to wealth. That's the way I think.
Exactly. And, you know, I'll even quote Michael Jordan. You only miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Exactly. Yep.
What does it hurt to talk to somebody, give them a business card? Well, I don't hear back from them. Well, you know what? I've got a 75% acceptance rate when I hand somebody my card. You know,
and the thing is,
I'm
people
willing
have
to
hit me
take
up
that
years
chance.
later. Yeah, people have hit me up years later. And it's like,
I got a lady right now.
On.
I took her to the airport last year during the summer on Uber, or it was on Lyft, and then I brought her back home from the airport. This about a week ago, right before I did my big ride, she called me and said, "Hey, I've fractured my pelvis. I can't drive, but I need somebody to take me to medical appointments, take me to grocery." And I even gave her a good idea with, you know, going to Fry's. I said, order your groceries ahead of time. Have them tell you when it's ready. I'll come pick you up. We'll go to Fry's. I'll pull up. You tell them you're here. They load it in the back themselves. And then boom, when we get to your place, I'll help you take it into your house. Don't worry about it. You know, and that way, hey, it cuts down your ride. You don't have to go in and shop and all this other stuff. And bam, and you know, so she's used me 7 times this week already.
Damn.
You know, anywhere from $30 a ride. In fact, one ride was $5. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't charge an old lady $5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. $5.
That's bad karma.
Yep.
I just can't do that.
Do it for free. Just do it for free. And that's the thing, though, man. It's like when we're out here helping our community and doing stuff for our community, the apps they don't do that. We have that discretion at our discretion. We can help people when we want to, and it feels good to help people like that. Feels good. Look, you just get to the house or something?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to. I'm going to go in and get me some lunch here at my favorite little deli, and But I appreciate you having me on, Jeff, and appreciate everybody throwing in their comments and stuff like that. I try to announce, hey, when we're having coffee meetups, and I'm doing it now where, hey, I'm rotating this side, that side, north side, south side, you know, central. I'm trying to do all that stuff so that, hey, everybody gets a taste. You're not feeling that, hey, you're stranded. I don't want to, I mean, and I tell them too, hey, I'm coming from fucking BFE Apache Junction to help you guys here on the west side, you know.
Yep.
Marcel was there. Fred was there. You know, a bunch of good drivers were there today to give out, hey, this is how we do business. This is how I do it. You know, hey, what Kevin said is 100% on. It's like that, you know. So it's not like, hey, I'm Kevin and I'm blowing smoke up your ass just so, you know, hey, it sounds good and I look good. No, I'm telling you the fucking truth. Just like you always say. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm telling you how it is. And boom.
And that's the best.
I also put out a thing there too.
Tell people the truth, the ups and the downs, the ins and outs. I
put in a plug for you and your t-shirts because somebody asked me about that. Where'd I get it? Got to show them the little thing down there. You know,
hell yeah, Jam
this is where you go.
Check it out. Yeah,
you know, and I said, look at it. I said, I'm gonna walk an advertisement on the back because it says scheduled rides, airport rides, party rides. Kevin, my number, boom.
Phone number.
And like you said, people will ask you, "Are you a driver?" Sure am. What do you need? Boom.
And that's like I said, we're all mobile billboards as we walk around. But instead, Uber and Lyft want us to throw their stuff on our cars. I'm like, no, put your stuff on your body and you walk in stores, you walk in bars, walking into from bars. Like I said, every once in a while, just go to a bar, to a bar to use the bathroom, go to Buffalo Wild Wings, say, I'm just going to use the bathroom. Somebody might be like, hey, are you a driver? Because we kind of had too much to drink. Hey, are you going to be around? Because we're going to call an Uber or Lyft anyways. Just go in there. Don't even order nothing in Buffalo Wild. Go in there, sit, look at the game or whatever, go use the bathroom, see if anybody even approaches a, hey man, I saw you walk, because everybody wants a driver. I saw you walk in. You had the shirt on saying you do rides or whatever. We're about to leave in a second. Or do you got a client? No, I'm just, hey, could you just take us and drop us off here real quick? Walk in any small bar out there. Just walk in, use the bathroom. Go on a Quick Trip and everything, it's cool. But you can go and use the bathroom at Quick Trip, but going to a bar, you're marketing while you're using the bathroom anyways. Somebody might stop you. Hey, man, we were just about to text an Uber, man. You walked in laughing. You said, what's up to us and stuff like this. Man, can you take us? We're trying to go to another bar. Well, if we give you like $20, can you just take us right down the street? Oh, sure. Let me use the bathroom, wash my hands. I'll be ready. Okay. Like, man, that's it. That's it. Cool. Yeah, brother. We're going to go grab you some lunch, man. Go grab you some lunch, man. Like I said, it's about 3 hours in this live stream. We're ready to call it good, too.
All righty.
All right.
Once again, everybody out there, man, no matter where you're at in the country, this shit works. All right? It does. You just got to be willing. Like you said, Jeff, you can't catch shit with your hands like this. And I made that point today. I can't drive around with my hands like this and expect to catch money. Money's going to come falling at me. I got to open up my hands to catch it. I said, what we're doing right now with this little meetup is I'm holding your hands. After a while, I'm not going to be holding your hands anymore because you got
to do it your own.
My limits do have some bounds. Yeah.
Yep. They hold on these apps like this. Like, let Uber and Lyft go. Let Uber and Lyft go. Guess what? Money's falling.
That's it. Let it go. Just let it go. Yep. People are willing to throw money at you. You just got to be willing to catch it. If you're not willing to catch it, you're going to go broke.
Oh, man. And that's the thing. And they're trying Waymo out here. They're trying to build Waymo stuff out here. They're going to have hell dealing with us as drivers out here. They have no idea what they're in for. They're going to be like, man, we can't even make a return on them damn Waymos. Like, yeah.
I mean, hell, freaking, they did an article the other day, freaking saying how many accidents Waymo actually has, and they don't even get a ticket for it. And they hit a dude head on. And it's like, you didn't even get a ticket for that? The company doesn't get a ticket for that? Yeah, they said no. I can't give a ticket. I can't give it a ticket because he doesn't. There's no driver. I can't ticket him.
It doesn't exist.
Like, that's a crock of shit.
Yep, exactly. All right, brother, go grab you some lunch, my man. Go get that.
All right,
but
always a pleasure, Jeff. Always a pleasure.
You too, brother. Always a pleasure, man. Be easy out there, brother.
All right.
Good luck. That's our guy right there, Bighorn Gibbs. In fact, I always did a t-shirt, baseball cap, and for the Blanca rear sticker. That's it. Yeah, them Waymos are everywhere, and they're building a big Waymo warehouse out here in Phoenix. So it's going to be nothing but a factory just building Waymos. And they're talking about, so we're going to bring so many jobs when we bring the Waymo factory to produce Waymos. And I'm like, man, please, that's not creating jobs. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate that, brother. Say classic show, brother. Thank you. We appreciate you. 300. And that's the thing. Waymo, they're not creating jobs. They're destroying jobs. That's like me saying, I'm going to give you $10, but I take $100 out of your back pocket. I really stole $90 from you. So when Waymo's saying we're creating jobs, but how many are you destroying during your creation? Oh, yeah, we're going to employ, 400 people, but yet 1,000 drivers lost their jobs driving, and now 2,000 lost because now 3,000 lost. So these little 400 people you're hiring, you're minus 3, 4, 5,000 drivers ever so often. So I don't like this whole we're creating. Say, how many do you destroy? How many people's industries and jobs do you affect as you're creating all these Waymos with these jobs you're creating? That's like me saying, I'm going to put a taco truck in front of the McDonald's restaurant. I guarantee the taco truck starts getting a lot of business, taking people away who were going to go inside of McDonald's because I put the taco truck right there. So what McDonald's going to do? They're going to come outside. Hey, man, can you do me a favor? Don't put your taco truck in front of our McDonald's. Take this somewhere else, man. You can't just sit here and sell tacos in front of McDonald's. We don't want Waymos on our streets because that's taking our money away from us. Shane, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the super sticker. And that's how drivers feel about Waymos. They're not creating jobs. They're replacing jobs. They're creating jobs to make sure that they can erase the 1,000. They're going to create, 50 jobs right now. That's going to take away 1,000 drivers. Now we're going to put another, 200-300 employees out there. That's going to take away another 5,000 drivers. So now you're minus 6,000 drivers, but you created 250 jobs. Oh, we created 250 jobs. Yeah, but you just destroyed 6,000 in the meantime. Oh, so it's not creation, it's destruction. Get it right. Say what it is. Say what it really is. And man, I'm telling you, if we don't all stand up and start getting these private clients, really start getting these videos out there to people. So just like what happened in Detroit, that doesn't happen in other cities. When Uber says we're stopped doing black car service from the airport, we're only doing Comfort and Excel and UberX. We're only doing that from airport. No more black car service from airport. They're going to still use black trucks and black cars. They're just paying you guys at lower rates. So we need you to go get your clients. Say, listen, this is what we're going to do. When they order a Uber XL, I'm coming up and I'm upgrading you to black SUV because they're charging you $80 anyways, but they're trying to pay me, $32. They charge you $80. I'm getting $32. I'm going to do it for $65. Cool. That'll work. That'll work. Let's do it. 65 is a play. The algorithm is sending drivers from 20 minutes away. Then when there's drivers nearby, I forced people to get a Waymo last night at the ballpark. Oh, yeah. And the funny thing is, I didn't see a single Waymo at that big-ass concert at State Farm. I didn't see it. It could have been some, but I did not see a single Waymo at State Farm last night because they knew what they were doing. They sent all those drivers over there, no Waymos. All the Waymos were at the ballpark. The Waymos were in Tempe. I saw a lot of them still in Tempe. When I came back, a few were in Scottsdale. None were at that concert because they know they can't keep up with that much traffic. So they're up to something right now. We just got to keep, fighting for drivers, fighting for that right amount of money out there, man. We'll get it. We'll get it. But shoot, we're approaching a 3-hour mark of this live stream. I'm glad I called you guys today. Thank you guys for all the super chats. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go through the super chat log because, like I said, I really appreciate how you guys did it. My man Stan, he hit us up at 109. Thank you, Super Stan. I appreciate the super chat. Then Stan came right back behind it again at 111. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that, man. These super chats. Then, my man, that's 115s. We came through at 115. Damn, hold up. That's 3 of them. At 115, I appreciate that, brother. Then my man Jose, he came through at 118. Bam, you cooking, brother. That's what I'm talking about, man. Joe came through at 123. We still in the 1 hour mark, man. Jose came back through at 137. Appreciate it. Time to wake up. 140. Always. That's my man down in Denver right there. Former delivery driver, now turned professional, expert, private driver level, crazy converter. Time to wake up. That's my guy. Then he came right back again at 143. My man Jen from Denver came through at 158 right before the 2 o'clock. Man, appreciate him out there. Between him and Time to Wake Up out in Denver, man, you guys, y'all making big changes out there. Because I hope we don't end up like Detroit. A lot of us, we do a lot of airport. So with guys like you out there doing it, appreciate it. Slide to Raw, thank you, my man, at 220 with the super chat. My man Jose came back in the mix, bam, at 230. Then Jose came back again with 228. Man, he's always on it, man. I love it. Then I got my man, wait a minute, here we go, bam. Jesse came through at 230. That was at 230. My man Jesse came through. 240, right back at him. Jesse was like, hey, thanks for the advertisement. So if you guys don't know about Jab Rides, J-A-B, look all over. You need to start hashtagging Jab Rides. Hashtag it everywhere because it's all over Instagram, all over Facebook. He's hashtagging Jab Rides. If you're in Phoenix, you want to ride nice, clean Nissan Pathfinder, all black interior, this is your guy to come get you right here. Specializing at airport and club rides because he drives at night like me. That's my guy right there. My man Darius came through, dropping a hammer on everybody. Bam, $50. Thank you for supporting the barbecue, my man. I'm telling you. And I told Darius, we got to get you some gear. You getting some barbecue gear for this, man. I gotta hook you up, man. I gotta hook you up. You're gonna be riding around with, I need to get you something that you can advertise what you do. So when you're out making money, hey, You wearing the gear, you got the barbecue gear on the front. I want your name, number, and what you do on the back, so people stop you. Hey, bro, you a driver? Yeah. Hey, can you take us over here real quick? My man Jose came back through. Bam. Shane came in the mix at 3:40. What time is it now? Almost time to go. Then what? And then Shane came back to what? That's 3:46. Again, he came through at 3:43 and 3:46. Was like, I'll do it. Then Fit Connect said, hey, thank you guys. It's been motivating. And that was the last one right there. Thank you, Fit Connect. Truly appreciate that. And he just dropped that 2 minutes ago as I was reading. Appreciate that, Fit Connect. Thank you guys. It's been motivating. Let's go out. Let's not end up like a lot of these drivers who are being preyed on by the apps. They're sitting around crying, twiddling their thumbs, waiting on the next ping. Independent contractors, we got to go out there and make this money. And you guys have been truly supporting this channel. YouTube sees it because YouTube's get supporting from this also. They're radiating this channel out there to more drivers, radiating to more riders. Hopefully, I'm working on another channel to get more riders involved. We're going to start that network up, and I want to make sure that we know where everybody's at and what airports you got. So when people land, you're already booked with one of our clients. That's what we're trying to work on now. Let me see how I can start putting that together. I'm working with somebody on not really a website, but it's probably an app that can help us track what airport each driver is at. Like, I want to make sure that I got 4 drivers in Nashville. So if I got somebody flying to Nashville, I want a list of people, and I want to get that list around to other drivers in the network. That, hey, here's the networks of all the drivers that we deal with at the 300 at the barbecue. These are all the airports they're at. So if you got somebody going to that airport, you need to talk directly to somebody you're interested in. It might be a female, might be a male, might be an SUV, might be a sedan. But I want to create that network of drivers around America so we can start sharing our clients. I don't want our clients no more getting to a city we're not in and using Uber and Lyft. Let us get on this program, man. We're going to start getting it together. This is about to take off, man. And I hopefully, like I said, I'm already doing it right now with 2 of my clients. I got them. James looked at one of my clients in San Francisco, and now I got Jonathan doing one of my clients down in Palm Beach. When they land, I don't want my people on Uber and Lyft. I want my people with somebody from the 300. So I appreciate you guys for representing on this channel today. Thank you guys for the super chats, man. Much love, much respect. It's Saturday. Let's rest up, get out the car, walk around a little bit, kill that acid so you ain't riding around in the car. Man, much love, much respect. Appreciate it. And for you guys over on J Watts TV, thank you for watching. Pretty soon, it's all going to make sense to you. Just keep watching J Watts TV. It's going to make sense to you guys pretty soon. Thank you.